lower it a little bit more, a little bit up. Oh, too much. Right there. Perfect. Good job. Boy, we got some good PAs.
Let's get something to stand that on, huh?
What's that?
Then we can tilt the camera back up a little bit.
We can, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so welcome to the Oniichan Power Hour.
Yes.
We got audio, it looks like. We got video, it looks like.
We do.
Yeah, look at there. There we are. Yeah, slide echo real quick, kids. So, we're on air. You see that,
Yes.
right? We got the big chairs, the nice big chairs. We got games in front of us. Oh shit, that's a little rough. Look at that.
There you go.
Okay, so
Nice.
we got that going for us. Oh yeah, maybe it's a little better. There we go. Yeah, right on top of Hotel Tycoon. I love it. Love it. It's wonderful. And look, the Northern Lights are going on behind us.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
Aurora
Did you turn it on?
Borealis.
I don't know who turned it on. It's cool. It can be on. I love it.
I did.
It's great. You turned it on? Oh, fantastic. I love you, Michael. Hey, you know that's a remote. You can change the type of light, right? So switch it. Oh, it's yellow. Oh, it's another color. Oh, it's blue. Oh, it's something else. Now it's all of them, right? So what we've done is we have imported the Aurora Borealis and brought it in for our use.
That's just red.
Behind us. So here's what I didn't do.
What?
I didn't get anything about Nexus. Nothing about Nexus.
Nothing.
We are live at Nexus Espaort, 600 Columbus. You can tell we're live because everything keeps disconnecting. We are with.
How's that?
We got our one sponsor, our one and only sponsor. Oh, I got to turn them on. Hang on. Let's turn on the sponsor.
Turn on the Eskimo hut.
Turn on the Eskimo hut. Boom. Save.
What is that?
Boom. There it is. How about that?
What was that thing you were just doing?
So, impenetrable bag. It's open. Good enough.
Yeah, we love you, Eskimo hut. Someone throw me a Jello shot.
So,
Where's my assistant?
PA's left. They're bound by certain
It's so
laws.
hard to find good help
Thanks for
these
hitting
days
the
in
button.
Trump's America.
So this is Stream Elements, right?
Yeah, that's dope.
So look, we got two things here. Let me show you something real quick. Boom, when I turn that on, we got fake news with Henry Carter. I can turn that off.
Mind
And then we got this.
What? Oh.
Yeah. So that'll happen a little later. I thought maybe we'd do a little live introduction of Muckluck the Eskimo girl.
Okay.
Whoa! He rattled Henry a bit.
He wasn't ready.
Henry, you want to come over here and join us? People loved you.
Yeah. They were writing us letters, man.
Absolutely. You join whenever you're ready. Join when you're ready.
We got so many letters that said that Henry Carter
Right.
is just the bee's knees.
Yeah, it was started a hashtag.
Yeah.
Henry Carter rocks.
Yeah.
Hashtag Henry Carter rocks.
Yeah.
It was good.
Hashtag
Loved
hardcore
it.
Henry Carter.
Hardcore Henry Carter. Yeah, they loved you. Actually, I thought last week's episode, honestly, was one of the best things we've done. Yeah, I love the stories.
I enjoyed it.
Love the stories.
Yeah.
Thought they were fantastic. What? Yeah, you should watch things we do, Josh. That's a good thing to do.
We should let Josh tell a story. I bet Josh has some
Josh,
stories.
you got a story?
Want to hear about the time that guy got shot?
Yep.
Come on over here because we'd like to hear it.
Come on, man. Pull up a chair.
You have to speak into a microphone to hear things.
I got a sticky finger.
Thank you.
Because of those Eskimo hut
Sure.
Jello
It
shots.
happens. All right, Josh, so you're going to tell us a story.
So this is the Island of Misfit Toys edition of whatever this show is called.
Right, sure.
Streaming pile of shit.
No,
Because we
no,
also
that's
have
that's a different show.
Brian here too.
Brian is here.
Brian's
here. Hannah's here.
Yeah. Of Little Hood Rat fame. He's been dead a long time. He's
dead.
back.
Zombie
Little hood rat got a bad
Man,
liver.
am I going bald or have I just been partying this way?
You've probably
for
been
too
partying
long?
for such a long time.
Yeah.
Parting is such sweet sorrow, Henry.
You know, my wife, every morning she gets up and she wakes up my baby, you know, gives him a bottle, and then she get up, kid, and then she combs his hair over into like the perfect Hitler.
Yeah, that's great.
It's adorable.
He's got blonde hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Perfect name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
Hitler would love that too, actually.
Okay, Josh.
Who cares what Hitler
tell us
loves?
tell us the story, Josh. What do we got?
Okay. Well,
You're gonna have to speak up,
Camera's
Josh.
camera's right there.
Camera's there.
okay. Well,
This is a microphone.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
what that
microphone.
is.
This is a mouse. Don't speak into that.
Oh, don't.
Stop. It's magic.
No.
Oh.
Fancy.
It's a magic mouse.
It's a witch.
Invented
It's
by
a
Steve
witch.
Jobs
So it's
before he
like
died.
it's like Mickey Mouse for what was that?
Shut up and tell the story.
Fantasia? Was that it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Go.
Okay. So there was the whole time that I was working at my job, and
One of the
Under the bridge.
1700s that you've had.
Making change.
Hey, I want it to be known
basically-
I didn't say that.
Actually, you know what? No, I probably shouldn't tell the story.
Tell the story.
I'm not.
Nobody's
telling that
watching
story.
this
I'll
shit.
tell the story about the time the guys got shot. That was crazy. So
That's what you said before
That's
you
what you
came
said.
over
I
here,
was
that
going
you
to
were
tell
going
them
to tell
about the
that
guy
story.
getting stabbed.
Well,
I
tell
got
them.
multiple stories.
Multiple
Anyway.
stabs.
Like he had multiple
No,
stab
just the one
wounds.
stabbing. Just the one stabbing. Anyway, so far.
That
Anyway,
reeks
so
of underachiever. Just saying.
You got to stab more, man. You know.
Do
It
more
smells
stab.
like disappointment over here.
Sorry. Anyway, okay, so basically, I ended up going to hang out with a buddy of mine, and we were just chilling. There's some booze and whatnot gonna be
Oh,
involved.
come on.
Didn't get to actually have any booze yet because then we heard some like clack clack clack. It's like
Can I have
what's
the
that?
button?
He's got it.
Oh,
Got a button?
let me see
There's
the
a
Aurora button.
What's the button do?
Button. Who got the button? It changes the Aurora Borealis behind us.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, isn't it?
So
All
much
right, keep
magic.
going. Come on.
Okay, anyway.
Miracles
and,
up in this bitch.
And basically, a guy ended up getting. It's like, oh hey, was that like gunshots? Like, no, I don't think so. It didn't sound loud enough. Turns out it was gunshots. We ended up going over to the dude, where we heard the gunshots from. A whole bunch of people
gun.
were crowded around. Some guy had gotten like shot at. Like he tried apparently. Like the story goes, he was invading the apartment. He ended up getting shot by the guys that he was going to the apartment. He got dragged out and thrown out onto the balcony right there. And so we get there. Some older dude is like holding pressure to stop the gunshot wounds and all that from bleeding as much. And anyways, yeah. And so just EMS gets there. Help them out, getting
Where
the
was
dude
he
down
shot?
the stairs. No, he was shot. It actually clipped his colon. So it went to his stomach. So I was like, hey, aside from you being shot, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like just laying there bleeding. It's crazy.
Where was this?
It's at,
Aside from you
hotel
being
apartment.
shot, are you okay?
It was where?
Yeah,
At a
no,
hotel
man, I
apart-
really
hotel-
didn't
or
get a
no,
very good tax return
apartment-
this year.
Apartments over just off the bridge, over by there.
It's not Valley Mills?
By his work.
No,
like
not
you
out
said.
there. Anyway, so then basically, by his work. So basically, EMS gets there. They take him. I help him out. They
Josh
take
is
him.
a living, breathing troll.
Yeah.
He lives under a bridge. He had to see a billy goat.
Man. So then it turns out, though, I found out the real story later. Because, him like, oh, we were just defending a home invader. No, it turned out it was the drug deal had gone bad. Yeah, there's the kicker.
Yeah.
There's the kicker.
Yeah.
But apparently all three of the guys that were in the apartment were like ex-military, and so that's why they had the guns with them, supposedly.
Sure.
And yeah, the other guy, he just got shot. But I think he's okay. Aside from, his colon
Besides
being
from the
clipped.
clipped colon.
Yeah. Might be pooping out of a bag for a while or something.
Yeah. Well, they say if you have a dog, if you get a new pit bull, you got to get its colon clipped
Sure.
so it doesn't
Sure,
shit
so they
everywhere.
don't. Well, that
wow.
and plus, so they don't hear it when it comes after the home invader.
Right.
Right.
So be sure and spay, neuter, and clip your colons.
Clip your colons. Yeah.
Kids.
What color is that ribbon?
Brown.
For the clip colon. It's
brown.
It's just brown.
Clip colon awareness month.
Clip
Yeah.
colon awareness month.
Dude, my arms,
Henry's got a. he's
my
got a
arms
pit bull.
look like.
Oh, man.
My arms look muscular as fuck.
He's
on
half
this
pit bull.
guy.
What's the other half? Lab.
Wow,
What
that's
lab?
gonna be pretty
What
wild.
lab? Which one? Oh, okay. Yeah. What is his name? Max
Max
what?
Adrian?
Oh, I love that.
Ah, nice.
I love the fact that your dog has two names. That's fantastic. So,
My dog has 3 names.
what's that?
Ruby Jean Montgomery.
Oh, wow. I love that too.
Yeah. Hey, I like
Oh,
that.
that's
a
nice.
good Irish name.
She's a McKitten.
McKitten.
Sure. From the
McKitten clan.
yeah, the
From the
McKitten clan
hills
back
of Scotland.
Sure. Well, it was what
They were they're running down the hill with William Wallace and that thing. They were like,
Sure.
"Yeah."
Well, it was McClintonton or McKittenton,
Right.
and then when they came to Ellis Island, they shortened it.
Yeah.
Just to McKit.
Yeah, so they didn't get like racially profiled.
Sure, that happens. I used to have a dog named Steve.
Yeah.
He's my favorite dog. He was, I don't even know what he was. I think he was part Basset, part Wiener dog, part what. He was just stout but low, right?
Yeah.
Very low dog, very stubby legs, but big giant
Little
tail,
belly dragger.
giant head,
Yeah.
right? So Steve was a fantastic dog. I've still got his picture beside my bed in a little frame made out of milk bones.
Oh.
It's really kind of cool.
That's
So
sweet.
Steve lived with me when I lived out at the river.
In a van?
Well, no.
Yeah, van
I
down
was
the
in a two-story house, and I took the top floor, which had a balcony out beside it, right?
Yeah.
So Steve was the great thing about Steve is when he would sneeze. Number one, he would hit his head on the floor. That was fantastic.
I like that.
And his tail was just every time he wagged his tail, you'd hear it because it was so thick and big.
Right.
I think it was his tail. And anyway, one day, Steve forgot that we lived on the second floor. So I got up one morning, opened the door, Steve goes charging out, and he flies right off the balcony. Falls and literally like on the floor. I mean on the ground.
Concrete.
No, not concrete. It was the ground
because
because it was out by the lake.
Okay.
Right? We were living right by
Yeah.
the river. It was a story. So whatever a story is,
Holy shit.
198, 200 pages.
It's like 16 feet or something.
So he fell.
Is he all right?
He fell. He fell, and he goes, "Ooh!" I literally heard him say, "Ooh!" Right? It's the first time I ever heard a dog talk. But he hit the ground, and then I'm like, "Oh dear God!" I thought I just saw the murder of my, the death of my
Right.
dog. He just got up, shook himself off, and took the fuck off.
Wow.
The greatest dog ever. Greatest dog ever.
So have you ever heard of this dog suicide bridge?
No.
I forget.
Oh, yes.
I've heard
You,
of
you know what I'm
I
talking about?
have, yeah.
I forget where it is, but I think
Somewhere
it's
in England.
Yeah, it's somewhere in England.
Yeah.
West Hamptonshire,
Hamptonshire.
something. But it's this bridge where if you take your dog and you let them off the leash, they'll just go jump off the fucking bridge.
Really?
Yeah. There's a very short wall, kind of like the bridges here, the highway bridges.
Pony wall. if
A
you
pony
will.
wall, yeah.
Yes.
There's a
Yeah.
pony wall, and they'll just blind jump over it.
Wow.
So this was a mystery for a long time. They were trying to figure out why do these dogs keep jumping off this thing, and they figured it out. There is below the bridge. It crosses a river. Below the bridge, there is
As all good bridges will.
right. There's a colony of minks, not minks like the cats.
No,
but
I got
minks.
yeah.
And they put off scents and they make noise, and the bridge and the riverbed amplifies all that. And so the
Wow.
dogs just go ape shit, and they can't see over that wall,
Yeah.
so they don't know that they're jumping to their death.
That is fantastic.
yeah. Hundreds of dogs, hundreds.
They haven't
Almighty.
made it to where you can't have dogs on. the
Brian,
bridge or
roll
something?
around here where we can see you on camera.
I don't know. They now that they know what's going on, they might have fixed something.
Speaking of dogs, you know what happened to me the other day?
Brian, ladies
It's
and gentlemen.
Brian.
Hey folks, how y'all doing? You know what happened to me the other day?
What happened
My
to you,
My
Brian?
wiener dog got loose from under the fence. And was out
Scoot
in the
over a little
middle.
more.
Right, and you got a
He
ticket.
was in the middle of the street. And,
Exposing your wiener dog.
Come here,
I
man. You
caught
gotta
my wiener
balance
dog.
out
I
the
caught
shot,
him.
dude.
I was holding him, and I had pants on, and it's raining. Of course,
bugging
and
the
my
shit
dog
out of
gets his legs going to the back of me, scratching, and my pants fell straight to the ground. And I was in
Nice.
no underwear.
I like it.
That's how you get
She
charged
dies.
against-
She's laughing. She's screaming. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this!" And I'm out there trying to run and get my pants back up, and I had no underwear.
So all that to be said, folks, we're taking up a small collection for Brian to buy some underwear.
because of no wiener.
Yeah. If you can help, call 1-800-BRIAN'S Underwear.
Please.
Yeah.
Wait, so but then both your wieners got out then?
Yes, my wieners got.
yeah.
They were, yeah, that's
Nice.
embarrassing.
Like
How y'all
fantastic.
doing anyway?
So this is Brian. Brian has not been here for a very long time. Brian's been ill. He's had some sort of
cerebral palsy, I think.
I think he had some
He had a
cerebral palsy.
temporary
Something
case
palsy, all
of
right.
cerebral
He
palsy.
got much better.
Yeah.
Brian tells us
it's
he
because
was-
it's definitely not because he ate the food at Nexus Esports.
Oh God, no.
It had nothing to do with that.
Freshest
despite
tomatoes.
what the rumors say.
So did you see the big recall of all the chicken salad?
No.
There was a big chicken salad recall. And that's not necessarily a funny topic,
No.
but the problem was that the chicken salad was recalled in large batches. So they listed all of the different chicken salad. It was Ron's chicken salad, right? And I don't know where it was sold or whatever, but we're in Texas, so it was somewhere in Texas. Ron's chicken salad. And so I started reading down the list. 12-ounce chicken salad supreme.
Yeah.
Right? 12-ounce roasted chicken salad supreme with almonds or something like that, right?
Yeah.
35-ounce tub of Ron's Super Supreme chickens. I don't know where that's sold. Where do you buy 35 ounces of chicken salad?
That reminds me
I'm
of.
sorry. I said ounces. I meant pounds.
Wow.
35 pounds.
That's a lot of
35 pounds,
Well,
yeah. That makes a
chicken
big difference.
salad is quite dense.
It
though.
is dense.
You know, you get
It
a
is
tub
dense,
this
right.
big, and it's like at least 5 pounds.
Sure.
So 35. It's like a
35.
bucket.
So it's 5 of
That's
those.
a Homer bucket full
It's a
of.
Homer bucket.
It's a Homer
full of
bucket full of chicken salad.
Sure.
That-
So for all
that-
your gatherings, check out Ron's Ultimate Supreme Chicken Salad.
If you want to kill all your friends.
if it was made after November 12th,
Shit,
you're good
sorry.
to go.
I know a buddy who could do a good advertisement for that.
Do
Is
it
he
real
dead?
quick. Do it real quick. Do a voice, Brian.
Ron's
Tell us
what?
about Ron's Ultimate Supreme Chicken Salad.
Jump down on 6th Street. You can come down to see Ron's Ultimate Chicken shit. That's what I'm saying.
Ron's ultimate chicken shit.
That's it. That's right.
It might kill you, but you know what? You go down loving it.
But so one time I was in, I guess it was Kroger or something, and I ran across something that I have always wanted, and I don't think I've seen this since then, and I certainly had never found this before, but I'm talking about,
Like the Philippines.
yeah,
Sure.
just like the Philippines. So anyways, it was a like 5 pound or whatever. What do you call those things? The tubs? It's a tub
It's a
of
tub.
chocolate pudding.
Oh,
It was awesome. I ate that chocolate pudding for like 6 months. I mean, it took so long.
it's like a challenge,
Yeah, well,
you know?
yeah.
when presented with something like that.
Well, you know, you get the little cups, dude. The little Heinz and Hunt's cups, and they're just so there's nothing there, you know.
Heinz and Hunt's, the best
Wait, that
chocolate
sounds like-
pudding.
No, don't look at me. I'm not going to say it.
What?
It just sounds like Pines and Hunts, you said?
Pines and Hunts.
Sounds
You got
like-
it. You got it. Pines and Hunts.
Rhymes
PinesandHunts.com for your
Yeah.
chicken salad
We got
and
No, you don't.
chocolate pudding needs.
Well, I get the Hunts, but what's the
I
pine?
can't explain that to you, my son.
Yeah, you can.
No, it's no.
It's unknowable.
It's unknowable, like the Quran. So
Take that, Islam.
take that, half of the world.
You've had it too good for too long.
Absolutely. So, what's the one thing we didn't know about the Quran?
You read it backwards?
That's it. You read it backwards,
Yeah.
folks. You read the Quran backwards.
Did you know that-
I told
that-
Josh where the camera was, and I keep looking here.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's pretty
that.
dumb.
So hey, all right.
Another thing that I learned about Muslims in my sensitivity training is that not only do they read backwards, but they also think backwards as well.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
So like you're thinking, hey, I'd like to eat a chicken salad sandwich, and they're like, nom, ning, nom, ning, nom, 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 nom.
Hi, Twitch. See you later. It's been nice knowing
It's
you.
been fun.
No.
Just kidding, guys.
It's all a joke.
It's a joke.
Hey,
and
let
and
me,
if you know, if there's anyone that can take a joke,
sure. It's Ahmad.
okay, I'm out of here.
All right, so hey, let me show you this. Be still and know that I am God. It's a lovely journal. If you'd like one of these, go to onichanproductions.com. You can buy all of these you want. It's got lovely quotes in it, and this will really put you in the right spot. All right, what is this?
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much. Look at this. Look what I got.
birthday.
Happy birthday. It's not my birthday.
Yeah.
No. It's like 6 months away.
Oh, okay.
So, Josh, tell us about when we went to Las Vegas. So, a long time ago,
Literally just under a year ago.
a
just over a year
long
ago.
time ago,
Over a year ago.
we went to Las Vegas, Nevada, because we had some games that we wanted to sell. We had developed some stuff, and we had one particular game that we were trying to sell, and we were invited to a big game convention, I guess? No, it was a tournament.
Tournament.
Yeah,
The
tournament.
unrivaled tournament. Yeah.
So here's the part of Vegas I want to talk about, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
So after one excruciating day of being on the sales floor, we decided to go someplace.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember this place.
So we took you there to unleash the Josh Fury on Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about what happened there, Josh. What was?
Hold on, guys. There's been a breakout at the jail next door.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
dear
Yeah.
God.
All of the convicts are flooding out of there in mass.
Josh,
And,
is your
and
uncle?
they're very nice guys.
Sure.
Very nice
Yeah.
guys, gentlemen.
It's mostly jaywalking,
Yeah.
stuff like that over there. Yeah. All right, so Josh, he's going to tell us the story of what happened when we went to Vegas, right? A long time ago. And it wasn't just when we went to Vegas. It's not what you're thinking. It's the night after a long, grueling day on the sales floor.
Oh,
So, Josh, be careful with your language. You know, craft a fine story out of this. Try to not include the words areola, sex worker. Don't say anything like that. Okay.
we prefer you call
Bye,
them
Are
hookers.
you leaving?
What?
Did you run through it?
Miss you already?
I thought we were gonna do
good?
it on film.
All right.
It don't matter. No, we're good.
You're good.
Hey, so
You're good.
Saturday, by the way, Saturday's the only day that can be filmed or what? Because I can do Sunday now, but I couldn't do Saturday.
As long as you're good with it, because it's
I
yours.
can't do Sunday.
It's her baby, so whatever's good. It's great. Absolutely, buddy. Hey, we'll play catch later. We'll play catch later.
Yeah.
We'll have a game.
This guy throws underhand.
He does.
You gotta
Man.
teach him right, you know?
Yeah.
All right, here
If
he
he were
comes.
my
Come on.
kid, I
Come
would
on, come tell us
I'd have
bye,
thrown
buddy.
him in the pit.
Come tell us bye.
Ball pit.
No, man, the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, God.
See you guys later, man. It was good seeing you guys again. I know it's
Yeah.
been a long time.
Fantastic.
I appreciate it. I'll be back next week, I promise.
I miss you already.
Don't hold me on it.
Buddy.
Hey,
Yeah, we
Power
will.
Hour. Peace out, y'all. Y'all take
Peach
care.
out.
Peace out, peach out. That's it.
Peach
All
out.
peach.
Peach out. That's it.
We love you,
Peaches all
bro.
the time.
Brought to you.
Keep it wet, homie.
Brought to you.
Moist.
What is it? What is it? Atlanta Film or whatever. What is it? Georgia.
Atlanta
Filmed in Georgia.
Oh yeah, brought to you by
Okay.
Georgia.
So after one
Raylan
long,
Givens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One long, grueling day on the sales floor. Again, I'm just trying to set the stage. I'm trying to be a good storyteller here. I'm trying to be a good facilitator of your story that's yet to come. So tell us, Josh, we got back to the hotel. We entered our rooms. We changed our clothing. We scented up. We washed down the parts of us that had maybe
This is
developed a
some
little,
exciting toothpicking
Sure.
action we got over
Little-
here on the left side of the screen.
little bit
Just
of
saying.
toothpick hockey. So we wiped down the parts of it that maybe got a little bacteria on us during the day, right?
it smelled
Developed a little bit of a scent. We got that off
Not a
of
good
us,
one.
and we said, "Here we come, Las Vegas. We're coming after you." What happened?
We ate before, didn't we? Before we even went out.
I don't know.
I think we
Man,
should.
this story is petering out real
All
quick.
right, so we get in the lift. We have
You know, it's like a pitcher who learns to pitch a fastball or like a breaking ball.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it takes years and years of practice, right, to pitch that breaking ball that just at the right time goes, boom. You know, and so the guy whiffs at it and boom, you know, strike three. So I set Josh up and he goes, "I think we ate before, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Josh, try it again.
That's kind of a,
We can
a metaphor
edit all
for
that out, right?
this entire. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all fucking
Yeah,
live,
we're
John.
gonna edit it.
Yeah, it's all
That's
live.
We'll
that's
edit it.
on air.
Yeah, that was your first clue. Right.
Wow, okay, gotcha. Right. Basically, we went to a fine establishment where they.
What kind of establishment would you call this?
It was a
strip
gentleman-
club.
Gentleman's,
No.
gentleman's club. It was a gentleman's
It was a sex workers
No,
club.
no.
Was it a brothel? Did y'all go to a
No.
brothel?
There was no brothel.
No.
No brothel
No.
involved this time. Not
We
this
took
story.
an Uber,
Was it Lyft or
right?
Uber?
It was one
Does
or the
it
other.
fucking matter?
No. It does. It does.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we took a Lyft or an Uber. What we did is we passed it from person to person because we had $5 off coupons.
Yep.
Right.
I
So we
forgot about
got.
that.
So we
That had
got.
to be your idea.
Sure. So we got the ride cheaper that way, right? Anywhere we went.
Yeah.
So the guy picks us up.
Come say hi.
Yeah, please.
Say hi to the people.
Yeah, please. Dear God.
Oh, man. Boom.
Look, it's Hannah, everybody.
I'm back.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
she's here.
Take my seat. I'm gonna go get some
no,
food.
this seat is nice.
He's gonna grab some food. You're good.
Man, I have 2 seats.
Yeah, there you go. One for each cheek or something.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I don't take up that much room.
Josh,
kidding, it's
Josh, have a seat. Stop. You're pandering.
Oh, man, I'm pandering.
All right, so we took an Uber, a cheap Uber, or a cheap Lyft, right? The guy picks us up, and every Uber or Lyft in Las Vegas, they play terrible dance music, right? The whole time.
Yeah.
And every car like flashes, like this shit back here, right? It's like the car is just it's like bouncing down the street basically,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can't talk to the guy because they don't speak a lot of English.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Most of
God,
them
the traffic in Las Vegas is just terrible.
Yeah,
it's
good thing it
terrible.
wasn't a taxi. I mean, don't they like charge about a minute or something?
Sure, like your girlfriend's. We got the lift. We got the Lyft or the Uber. This man handled food. We got the Lyft or the Uber, and we got picked up, which great. All right, and we pull up to the establishment. Right? Had you ever been to one of these places?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
California.
All right, so we went to the place, and this was more about Casey and I being casual observers as to what the situation would become with Josh. So, Hannah, I apologize for anything that's about to be said.
I have no idea what to expect.
Gotcha. But I'm apologizing in advance. Okay. So we went to the establishment where girls tend to not be clothed. And
There was some clothes.
sure, when we first pulled up, what happened? What did we see when we first pulled up?
I don't remember.
Sure. All right. So here's what happened. We first pulled up, and there's a fist fight going on in the parking lot.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah. There's a fist fight in the parking lot, right? And so these guys are pulling each other apart, right? And they're pushing this other guy off to the side. And so we pull up, and we're like, holy shit, okay, well, let's get out. We're here at our destination, and I don't know, the guy threw like rupees at us or something or whatever. And then we got out, and we saw the guy, and we're like, okay, we don't want any part of that. And we headed for the door. And the guy at the door said, what? All right, fantastic. So the guy said, it'll be like $100 a piece.
To get in?
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah,
And
we went to
so-
a different one. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're thinking, what the hell have we gotten into? And Josh is not worth $100. Here's an interesting fact that I heard this week. The average human life, if you talk about the entire world, the average human life is worth about $400. Yeah, that's sobering, huh? All right, so Josh is worth about 50. So yeah, they're like, oh, you're good. So they said it's going to be like $100 a piece to get in. And we're like, well, we're not paying $300, number one, right? I said, we're just here with him, and we said, you're what? All right, so we said Josh is in the military, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we're here to just, I love how this story is developing, and Josh doesn't know any of it until I say it. But he was here.
It's like you're coaching her.
Yeah.
Is this an interrogation?
It could be.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happened.
So we said, here's the deal. We're here with our buddy. He was in the military. They let him out with a dishonorable discharge, and he's
Not what
here.
happened at all. And that is not the case.
He's here to experience something that he's never experienced, because no woman will be with him.
Again, all
and-
this is not true.
You don't remember.
Any of that. No,
You
I
don't.
remember.
Everything I say,
all of
you
that
don't
being
remember.
fake.
So,
Not real.
so they said, "Oh, okay." And then Casey, being Casey, pulls out his black card. Motherfucker got a black card.
Nice.
They're like, "Bingo!" Right? All of a sudden, it's $60 to get in. All right, so we get in. What happens next, Josh? After we get in? All right, so here's what happens. We walk in the door,
I
and
mean to scream fuck at you.
and all of these girls just line up. It's like it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And no, I'm good. And one of them like walks up to you and goes here, and then they escort you back to the place.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? Yeah. What happened next?
Wait, this is a brothel, isn't it?
No.
What is it?
No.
I missed
It was
that
a clothes optional place.
Wow.
It was a clothes optional establishment. So we walk in, somebody walks us over, and then what happens? All right, so what happens is we go to our seats, and these people sit on us, which I didn't enjoy. I did not like that one bit.
One girl was a little bigger.
Casey and I, that's the bridge you're thinking about again. Casey and I sit down, and we're both like, no. We want all the attention on this dude, right? I think I even told him he had a fake leg at one point, right? That it was blown off in some sort of skirmish or something. And so what happens next?
And then,
What? Go ahead.
I don't remember.
You smell like Fritos.
So,
It's their veggie chicken.
Oh, okay, I got you. You still smell like Fritos.
they've had it back.
So anyway, they bring us drinks, and then people start whispering in our ears. It was a weird. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Okay, so what happened next? All right, so what happens next is we get all the girls to just go over on Josh, right? And then our drinks disappear. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they took your
They
drinks.
just, you're done. No, they didn't even ask us. It's done. And now would you like to buy the ladies more drinks, right? I mean, so it's a racket. It's a racket, right? But it's a racket that a lot of guys fall for every day. So eventually, Casey and I end up just against the wall like this, just watching Josh. Because we're like, okay, we're good. Thank you very much. I'm sure you're lovely in the daylight.
Put this back on.
Yeah. No, we're good. Thank you. This place was very dark, very, very dark. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Casey and I,
Those places always are.
we got we got. I cannot imagine what a place like that would look like with like a black light up,
Oh,
right?
God, no,
I mean, it's a CSI. It's an episode of CSI waiting to happy. That's fantastic. That's that. Yeah, that's what keeps viewers around.
Similar to keeps viewers around.
All right, so Josh is just sitting there with a gaggle of girls on him. Casey and I go to the bathroom. Don't ever go to the bathroom in a place like this.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying, not a great experience.
Probably not.
And so we come out, and Josh all of a sudden is in a different part of the place, and he's chosen this wonderful woman that he's going to be with for the rest of his life, and they are interacting. What happened next, Josh? All right, so what happened next is Josh ended up falling in love with this girl,
No.
right?
Oh.
Okay, so Josh
Fall in
says
love with a stripper?
How did I
Josh
fall in love
says
with a stripper?
no.
No.
Josh
Not
says
what
no.
Is she trying to get a green card or something?
But what happened the next day, Josh?
I don't remember.
Josh gave her his number, and
had
she
Skype. We had Skype.
and she started texting him.
Yeah, we were just texting.
Right. And Josh was very convinced this was the one.
I never said any of that. No.
Right.
But
Even
she's a
though
nice
all the
lady.
texts were in Russian, he was very convinced that this was the one. And Josh wanted to meet up with her the next day.
She thought you were a
Josh,
diplomat.
Josh was very, very drunk. We paid a lot of money for Josh to fake fall in love. And did you ever hear from her more than like twice?
Yeah, we talked for like.
Sit up,
for a
man.
few
Come
weeks.
on.
We talked for a
We
few
gotta
weeks,
promote
but we
good
did.
posture.
Good posture.
You know. I mean, yeah. The kids are watching. They want to know.
Oh, they want to hear this story.
Sure.
Kids are watching
Sure.
this shit.
Well, this is a cautionary tale,
cautionary
right?
tale.
Don't be a Josh, right?
So what should I have done then? How about that? What should
So you should have, when we said, "Hey, Josh, we're going to take you to this place," you should have just gone, "No, thank you, guys. I'm going to stay in the room and read the Book of Mormon, or something," right? But anyway, Josh, that was a story of the time Josh fell in love.
I didn't fall in love.
You absolutely can, Henry. Oh, I love
Come
it.
take a
Come on
seat.
over.
Come on over, Henry.
You can't leave.
We'll just make room for one
Yes,
more.
exactly. Come on, Henry.
Get into the
Here's the
story
thing:
time.
we get a different rating if you leave. So it's
Yes.
absolutely.
that's fine.
She is very understanding of our stupidity.
Very much.
So it's good.
It's one of my great traits.
I can be around dumb people for an
All right,
extended period
scoot
of
over
time.
this way a little bit, Henry. Come on over.
Sit here.
The great Henry Carter.
Thank you. Well,
man. Sit down.
where's the camera?
good.
There it is.
All right, so the camera's there, microphone's here. You're good to go.
Well, I think I was 19 or 20, and I went to the legendary best little house in Texas. You know,
Really?
There was a movie
Yes.
made, a musical from the Broadway
Burt
play.
Reynolds,
Yeah,
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
Sure.
Yeah. And so I went in.
Drive-in staple, that movie was.
What?
It was a
Yeah.
drive-in
Yes.
staple. It was at all the drive-ins.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
A drive-in,
I
kids, is a
drove
place
up.
where you would drive your car in and watch a movie.
Yes. Well, I was 19 or 20, and I wanted to look more adult, and
Sure.
I wore a man's hat. Hats were in style then.
Yes.
And I got out of my car, walked up the back of the front porch, and these men were coming out, and they said, "Boy, you'll get if you go in there." And I said, "Yeah, I know." So I went and I rang the doorbell at this little slit.
It had a doorbell.
Yeah, I think
That is
so.
fantastic.
I either it had a doorbell or I knocked.
Right.
A little slit opened and his eyes looked and said, "Who are you?" And I said, "I just want to come in, please." And she said, "Oh, all right." Click. And she opened the door and she said, "I thought you were some of that group that caused trouble here last Saturday night."
Right.
And I said, "No."
No,
So when I went into the lobby, there was a jukebox,
that was my twin brother.
and all, several guys, and they're just staring at me.
Sure.
And stared at me. And these girls came in a line like we did in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And I chose the one in shorts.
Okay.
So we went down this long hall. It was a ranch-style house. It wasn't like the house in the movie.
Well, it wasn't.
The house in the movie was this big old Victorian
Right,
house.
sure.
This was a ranch-style house, the real one. And it went out in wings, and it was like a hospital. It was
Okay.
almost antiseptic.
Okay.
No, it's okay. I won't look. Well, you tell the story.
Watch them on here.
So anyway, went down the
best
hall
show ever.
with this girl. We went in, and we had culture hour.
You had what?
Culture hour.
Culture
It
hours.
was a cultural event. And I came out, and when I came out of the room, opened the door, and it was all over. Across the hall, a door opened, and the real Miss Mona came out.
Really?
Yeah, she did not look like Dolly Parton. She was this older woman with circles under her eyes, like she hadn't slept.
Sure. Well, being in a brothel will do that to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was a party going on behind her, all these cowboy hats and smoke and cigars, and she said, "Did you have a good time?" And I said, "Oh, yes, ma'am. I had a wonderful time." She said, "Well, you come back, you hear?" And I said, "I certainly will." Well, when they did the musical years
Yes.
later on Broadway, when the actors opening night on Broadway at the best little in Texas, they brought her, the actors did the curtain call, and they brought the real Miss Mona up onto the stage, and she took a curtain call with the actors.
Wow.
And so, God rest her soul, God bless her. I guess she's
Sure.
gone by now, but that was it. Oh, and then coming home on the highway, my car caught on fire, and I thought, I'm paying for my sins. I know I'm guilty. But the highway patrol came along and rescued me and took me into Cameron. Texas.
Yes.
And I called my dad, and he worked out something. They fixed the car, and when I drove on home to, I was still in
Did your
Waco.
father know where you had been?
I never. He said, "What were you doing coming from Canada?" And I said, "Well," I said, I was in Houston visiting somebody, this girl, and I was coming home. Why did you come on that road? Why didn't you come on the right?" I said, "I don't know. I
They're
just,
the best chicken.
yeah." But anyway, that was my excursion at the best little in Texas.
Yeah, I love that, Henry.
Oh
That's
my
a fantastic story. I love
Culture
that.
Hour was very interesting.
Culture Hour. What was Culture Hour?
I can't tell you.
Okay. So
That's
it was just called Culture Hour.
That's what I called it. Just
I
like
got you. Okay. So here's what I envisioned.
Yeah.
You walked in, you got the Victrola, and they played some sort of Bach or something, so that you listened together for a while until you got to know each other, and then.
No, the music came from the experience.
That's a beautiful expression. I
I
love
like-
that.
I know, I
Yeah.
like that.
The music came
See,
from the experience. Yeah.
But anyway, it was fun.
Sure. Until your
say
car
the
caught on
least.
fire.
To
Yeah.
say the least.
What a
So,
story.
Hannah, you got a story?
Man, not comparable.
want
I get
by
that.
any means.
I get that. Sure.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any stories like that.
No. We're just looking for a story.
Oh, just in general?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Just something terrible that happened to you at one point.
oh man, you might have to give me a second.
Okay.
One Wednesday I walked in and met these people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oniichan.
And then
I
everything in
kept
my
going
life
back.
started falling apart.
Don't you want your share back? But no, you.
Man. I mean,
Hey, while she's thinking,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and thank Eskimo Hut. 64 ounces of crackberry right there in that growler. This is 32 ounces of something cool and refreshing. Eskimo Hut, thank you. You're our only sponsor, and
How
the
is the
best.
crackberry?
You're the best.
crackberry's pretty good. It's like the way I describe it is a fizzy cranberry alcohol drink. So it's not real. Yeah, it's not real sweet. Yeah, here.
It doesn't taste like crack or
Try
berries.
it. Right there, Homer. Right out of the big jug.
You gotta drink it the
Yes,
Appalachian way.
yes, absolutely. Actually,
Have we ever actually opened these?
No,
when we've
not
had them?
here, no.
This is the first
there's
time.
not, no, those are always open at night at my house. Yeah.
What's up?
Those-
Michael, don't you want your share
Out of
back?
what? Lettuce?
Here.
That's cool, man. Sure.
Out of lettuce!
I just I just checked the lettuce so I didn't look like a freak. I don't like lettuce at all.
All right, here we go.
That smells like
How about the
wonderful
body?
things.
How about the body?
the body.
Yeah, the body when you smell
It's
it.
full body.
Full body.
I
It's
do
got
have something.
notes of
Oh.
You're
hints
good.
of sweet. Sounds great.
Sure. Aaron loves the crackberry. He loves it, guys. Fantastic. All right, Hannah, here we go.
So, okay, this is actually not a story.
Okay.
Well, I do have a story that I can
Those are
tell.
the best stories when they're not a story.
She's gonna spend half an hour telling us her political beliefs.
I just started watching this show, and I don't know if y'all have watched it, and if y'all haven't, watch it. It's called Black Mirror.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm way behind then.
So the
I just started.
The pig defiler is the first.
Yeah.
No. Is that I think that's the second one.
Well, maybe.
The third one.
Maybe.
The one that I watched first, at least, was the one with the eyes, and you could see like your memories.
Oh yeah. Sure.
That was so heavy
Sure.
to watch as the first
Yeah.
one. But then I watched the next few, and
Right.
oh my gosh.
Well,
okay,
the,
well apparently
the thing I
everyone's
love
watched
about
this.
that show is the fact that everything's different all the time, right?
I loved that.
And so our anthology that we hope to film, that's kind of the template that we're
Right, like
following,
it's a
right? Yeah,
different
the same kind of thing.
episode, different
So,
series.
My story, Kill the Black Hole, is totally inspired by Black Mirror.
Okay,
Really?
well that's awesome. That's good to know.
I
so
could see in the
definitely-
title. That makes sense.
That makes a lot. I get that.
Yeah. Hang the DJ. That's my favorite episode.
That is a great
I love that.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Watch
I've
it.
only seen the
It's-
ones I've seen
the
are
best.
So the DJ gets
the
home.
eyes and the
Yeah.
That's what happens.
there goes that one.
No, it's every time.
The eyes with the memories, and then the pig one, which was pretty intense.
Sure it
And then
was.
the other one I watched was where they're like the slaves doing the bicycling, and then
yeah.
you know she ends up
I like
in
that
sex
one too.
or slavery.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so that
gotta
one.
like that one too.
That one took me a little while to get into because it's really a really slow build up.
Sure.
But by the middle of it, I was like, I just want to see how this ends, and the ending definitely was worth it.
Yeah, so any sort of those anthology series like that, you're not going to love every one of them,
Right.
right? But what I love is just the concept of everything being different all the time.
They're each so unique so
They really
far.
are. Yeah.
You know.
It's all it all goes back to the first one, man. The best, the Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, when I was a kid, I Twilight Zone was on, but it was reruns, right?
Sure.
So when I was a kid, it was Night Gallery. Henry, you remember Night Gallery?
I watched Night Gallery.
So that was also Rod Serling,
Yeah.
the guy who hosted the Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Right.
Monsters. Did you ever watch Monsters?
I did watch Monsters.
That's the one with the intro with the monster family.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
eating worms out of
Yeah,
popcorn
yeah, I
balls.
remember that. Yeah.
That was a blast. I love that show.
So there was Twilight Zone. There was Night Gallery. You mentioned Monsters. There was
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt. There was wasn't there one like Tales After Dark or something like that? It was something.
There's Are You Afraid of the Dark
Yeah,
on
that wasn't that
Nickelodeon,
one.
which was awesome. Yeah.
It wasn't that one. It was something that came on like Fox or something late at night. Yeah, there's been so many of those little anthology things.
Yeah, there's been a ton.
There's a thing on CBS now called Tell Me a Story. Have you watched any of
No,
that?
never even heard of it.
So my wife was telling me she watched one or two of them the other day, and she said it's really actually pretty good, especially for like network TV.
Yeah.
But she said you can see while they're telling the story, like the Three Little Pigs, or those Humpty Dumpty.
Seeing where it's
yeah,
inspired
those
from.
kind of yeah. But it's like real life stuff.
That's
so,
cool.
I don't know if that's any good. So
I've been
watch on CBS. Watch Tell Me a Story, and CBS will be expecting a check.
Any of y'all watching American Horror Story?
I stopped.
I stopped after I
haven't seen it.
the last season I watched was the Freak Show one. I went like halfway
Yeah.
through that.
Oh, you gotta watch Roanoke. That's my favorite.
that
Roanoke's
the
my
newest?
favorite. No, it's two seasons back. The last one was Hotel, right? And then this one is Apocalypse. It's really good.
No, it was Hotel, then Roanoke, then Cult,
Oh yeah, I forgot
and now
about
this
Cult.
one.
Yeah. I didn't
Whatever
watch
that's called.
Cult. But anyways,
Or wait, is this one Cult?
no, this is Apocalypse.
Okay,
And-
because this is Antichrist.
And
right?
they're trying to, yeah. Oh, and the guy they get to play the Antichrist is so good. His name is Cody Fern, and he plays
Okay.
Michael Langdon. And man, he's intense. I love him. He's the best thing about that show.
I like the fact that everybody on the show has a chili bowl haircut.
Yeah. The two guys that are pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
Those,
It's the
those are
weirdest
some
thing.
ridiculous haircuts.
So I stopped watching it, but my wife still watches it. And she
Yeah.
enjoys it. And I was sitting there the other night eating chili out of a shoe or something, and she was watching it. And I just noticed that everybody looked like Mo. I mean, it was kind of crazy.
It's just a couple of guys.
Yeah.
It's just two guys.
Well, he also had like a computer-aided hand that
Yeah,
shot a gun
right.
thing. Yeah.
I
Not to
really
give
love
anything
it.
away.
Like Roanoke was like my favorite thing because it combined two of the best things in the world: found footage films and like those In Search Of kind of things, or what's that shit with Zach
You're probably
Baggins?
too young to
You know what I'm talking about, the ghost
movie
hunting
theater
shows.
serials.
The which one?
Serials in the movie.
Yes.
The movie theater every Saturday afternoon. It was before television when radio was still big. It was before television when radio was still the thing.
Right.
And I just grew up in the movie theaters. Now, television came later, and I think I was 14 when it came. But
It's been
anyway,
hard whenever you came out of the dark. Like with the movie theaters, growing up actually in a movie theater.
yeah,
You go out into the daylight, it must have been right.
yes, it was blinding.
Sure.
And
I'm sorry, Henry.
oh, that's okay. That's perfect. No, anytime you want to, that's fine. And so I remember my friends and I went to see Superman and the Spider Lady in 13 chapters.
Oh,
And you could go, and they would cut off right when they were hanging off a cliff. And see next week, because next week he got held onto a root and got back up. But anyway, at the last episode of Superman and the Spider Lady, I caught the mumps and couldn't go. So I made my friends go, and the minute they got home, I said, you get home, you tell me how Superman killed the Spider Lady, if he did. So I called them. They didn't call me. I called them. And I said, how did he kill the spider woman? Well, he backed her into her spider web, and it electrocuted her.
Fantastic, yeah, because those spider webs do that.
Yes, they do. They do. They really do.
That's great. No, I remember serials. So they would show serials sometimes on, I think it was Channel 11.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Superman.
Red Rider.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The BB gun guys. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
like Christmas Story, that was a real thing.
Sure.
You know, that was an actual thing. Sure. Yeah, serials were basically like episodes.
Every Saturday afternoon, the kids would pack the theaters.
Yeah.
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 Turn it down.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Just crank it to the top. That's where it was.
Oh.
Crank it up.
Crank it up.
Crank it
Turns
up.
it up. All right, so I need to run out to the truck real quick. You guys continue to talk. I will be right back.
I'm gonna take your seat.
Actually, you can take this.
Josh, you're in charge.
All right, everyone. Yeah, take mine. I'm gonna step out after this.
Do I need to switch chairs too? Everyone was switching
I
chairs.
think we're good.
Musical chairs, everyone.
Don't lift that one.
I'll have to say, I wanted to see. All right, so
Has anybody here ever killed a guy?
not at liberty to say that one. Oh boy.
I'm kidding. I don't really want to know the answer to that. Sorry if I opened any wounds.
Careful. Accidental, anything like that, running over a person. One time, a friend of mine and I ended up running over a raccoon.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was just sitting right in the middle of the road. We were going down, and it was like there was no dodging it. It was a small road. It was like, oh, that raccoon's dead. And it's like it's just sitting there, just staring off the. Just dead.
I have there was a person that used to be my friend. It was a real dick. And the day that I decided this guy wasn't my friend anymore, we were driving down the street. We were in his truck, and there was like a couple of squirrels crossing the street. And this guy just slams on the gas, runs over one of the squirrels, and he's laughing. And I'm just like, I fucking hate you, dude.
Yeah.
Just let me out. Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah,
get
no,
out?
that's
Yeah, I got out.
that's
We
one
were
of those
just a
things.
block away from my house. I
Oh,
walked home.
Easy walk.
But yeah, that was it. I said I don't want to see you anymore.
Yeah, no, that's.
Heavily
Yeah, totally. Huh? Hey, all right. Thank you.
They're out of ham?
You're welcome.
Okay, turkey?
Thanks, guys.
oh, that was quick.
All right, what were
When
we
I
doing?
say I'm gonna be quick, it takes me like at least 10 minutes.
Talking about a dude I know that ran over some squirrels. Pissed me off.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's terrible.
I don't understand
I hate
that.
squirrel murder.
I have a dog. His name.
What are you eating there?
It's a sandwich, man.
What kind?
You want this pickle?
No, I don't want the pickle.
Anybody want a pickle?
Want a pickle, Mikey? Want a pickle?
I just
Henry?
take it because it's free.
Shannon, like a pickle? Shannon's our fantastic PA. He's the one that's been handling the camera. He monitors the show as we're doing it. I love it, Shannon. You're doing a great job.
Good job, Sharon.
What is this? Chicken, turkey,
Turkey.
and red onions. Huh? Who knew?
Hey, okay.
Gryffindor.
So my dog, Cricket. He's a 15-year-old beagle, and
He's got a lot of gray hair.
he does.
Yeah.
And he also is able to run from one end of my house to the other end of my house while pissing. And he does it frequently.
That's why I moved my father to the home.
Dude, I've been telling that dog for months, man, just go into the light already.
Right.
Just go.
Sure.
I
So
don't
should
think
I?
he's ever gonna
Have you
die.
had him since the beginning?
Yes. And he's been a little shit the whole time.
Should I tell the story about trying to kill my dog?
No, you shouldn't.
No. You want me to tell it,
I'm
Hannah?
curious.
Okay.
I might regret that later, but
No,
well.
it's really not that bad.
It is.
So I've got this dog, and we got her, and she was a beautiful little puppy. We got her way too early, so we had to kind of nurse her and stuff like that. You know,
yeah.
we would leave her alone in the house. One day I came home, she had fallen into the trash can, all kinds of weird stuff like this, right? I mean, she's just cute and funny. You know, trying to crawl up on something, fell in the trash can,
Yeah.
spent the rest of the day in the trash can trying
Yeah, I
to,
hate that.
just cute puppy stuff, right? I remember when she was
Tangy fucking pickle.
sure. I remember when that's their catchphrase. I think they're deli.
That's
a
one
tangy
tangy
fucking
fucking
pickle. We got her, and she was so small, she couldn't go out by herself. I remember it had iced that year, and I used to have to crunch out into the yard, and take her out there. Okay, pee, that kind of thing.
Right.
And so she was a great dog, a beautiful dog. My son named her, which he could be a moron sometimes, so he named her Cupcake. So for the rest of the time, I had to call her Cupcake, and I still do, right? So here's the ironic part of that. Cupcake, we got her fixed, and she went, bloop. She blew up.
Right.
She got very big and very lethargic.
She resembled a cupcake.
And then all of a sudden, she started these growths on her legs. The hair fell off of her tail. She just laid there like a big behemoth, just wasting away in the noonday sun, right? Could be. So I feel bad for Cupcake, right? But that's one tangy fucking pickle.
It's ridiculous.
It's a ridiculous fucking pickle.
Try this pickle. Just take a bite off that end.
Let's try this.
Jesus Christ. That's too much, man.
Ooh! That's a tangy fucking
That's a
pickle.
tangy fucking pickle.
Oh, God.
I know,
That's
right?
like bottom of the jar pickle.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's good, but shit.
Oh.
It's like drinking straight pickle juice, which I've done.
Oh,
I used to love you.
God almighty.
Yeah, me too.
It's a good way
I
to
did
get
it on
past it.
stream one time.
It's a good way to get past a drug test. Pickle juice.
Yeah. That's
So
not
anyway.
true.
She has these
They'll
growths
fail.
in her
She has
fur.
growths. She's
Drink a lot of
giant.
water.
Whenever she gets up and down, it's, she grunts and groans.
And she was still young at this point.
Not really.
No.
We're probably looking at,
You gonna go play some Fortnite?
she's maybe like 7, 8 years old now.
Oh, okay.
Right?
League of Legends.
Yeah, that's
You played any Fallout? 76?
yeah. Oh, it looks so good.
I got it. I've been streaming it.
Oh yeah.
Gonna stream it
Yeah, you ought to
tonight.
watch our channel every once in a while. It'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it on
be
Twitch.
sure
You know what?
and-
I'm gonna download Twitch on my phone right now.
Oh,
Now
that's
right now.
great. Boy, we've made it now.
Yeah. There you go.
Josh is going to download it on his phone.
You guys out there,
Congratulations. We did it. We did it.
be sure to tune in tonight. Like an hour after we stop doing this, I'll probably be
It's like one of those
playing
fucking things where it
Fallout
makes your teeth
76.
hurt.
Yeah, I know. It's
Makes your jaw lock up.
What, a pickle?
try.
Yeah, give that to Josh. Josh, get down here.
Yeah, we wanna see
Let's
your face.
Sorry, America.
Oh wow.
It's really something.
Here's the catchphrase. Look right in the camera and say, "That's a tangy fucking pickle."
That's a tangy fucking pickle.
Fantastic.
Come on down to Nexus for a tangy fucking pickle.
It'll make your jaw lock up, just like Josh's clients.
It'll
So,
make you wish you were dead.
just like Josh's clients.
Oh god.
All that.
So,
Yes.
she's very big, much bigger than she should be. Hair gone from the tail, grunts and groans every time she gets up and down. I feel bad for her.
Right.
She has gone from this big to probably 200 pounds. I mean, she's a gigantic dog.
And if that wasn't bad enough, she's trying to sell Avon.
Right.
A dog.
And nobody wants to buy Avon anymore.
She's trying to sell those wraps.
I'd buy it from a dog. I'd buy it if a dog was like, it had like an Avon thing, like banner or something over it. I'd be like, oh yeah, dog, I'll buy that. Have like a little wallet and put the money in.
This is your one-man
Where's the-
audience right here.
where's
He's the
the-
only guy in the world that thinks that's funny.
Where's the big hook? Can we get the big hook out?
Sandman! Okay, so she's big. She's got problems. And I'm thinking, I really need to put her down, right? I mean, you know that time,
Right.
with a dog. I can't get her into the truck. She's big. Plus, she's kind of icky at this point, right? She's kind of, I don't want
You
to.
don't want to touch her.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to do the humane thing. I'm going to put her out of her misery at home. So my search history may include, how to kill your dog at home. Found some chemicals on Amazon. They said you can use this, this, or this. I ordered all three, right? And so I get the chemicals in, and I think about it for like a week. I'm like, God, can I really do this? That kind of thing. What am I going to do? I got to dig a hole. I mean, that's daunting, right? Digging a hole.
Right.
I mean, I got a post hole digger, but no gloves.
You're gonna bury the dog straight
If at all possible, yes.
Vertically.
If at all possible.
That's the worst thing I've ever
We
laughed
grew. Once we do that, we're gonna grow some beautiful flowers right up out of that hole. But
You
anyway,
make her eat a bunch of turnips first. That's so wrong. Jesus.
watermelon seeds.
Oh,
So anyway, I take her
That's
out.
where my mind went.
Sure, turnips. Yeah. Well, it's a tangy fucking
Who eats
pickle.
turnips?
So I take her
Turn up
outside
for
one
what?
night, and I'm like, okay, Cup, I love you. I'm petting her, and I take out a bunch of lunch meat with me, and I'm just like feeding her the things, right? And honestly, the stuff that I researched, she's supposed to go to sleep. Everything's supposed to be great. So I got the nerve up. I went out there and I did it. It was just she and I sitting outside, petting her, feeding her the stuff. I'm thinking, this is the best thing to do, right? So here's the thing I'll tell you about me. I don't go to sleep real easily. So I take something to go to sleep at night, right? I decided to take those pills before I go outside with the dog. So that's a bad decision, right?
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
So I'm feeding her, I'm petting her, I love you, just kind of waiting for nature to take its course. Next thing I know, I wake up, I'm on the sidewalk asleep. And I was like, oh, well, I wake up on the sidewalk, dog's in the fucking house. She ate all the chemicals, nothing happened. Nothing. I don't know what can kill this dog. This dog is unkillable.
That's terrifying.
That's
Yeah.
what you get for buying your dog poison on Alibaba.
So it was, again, I was trying to be very, holistic about it. I was trying to be kind to the dog. I was
Right.
doing what I thought was the best thing. I end up asleep on the fucking sidewalk in my underwear, and the dog's inside,
Oh my god.
chilling.
So she's still around.
She's still around, yeah.
Wow, what a trooper.
Her metabolism's probably not.
Her
good
metabolism
enough
is at
to-
0.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has 0 metabolism.
Those pills are still whole in her stomach.
Right, so
this day.
when she eats anything now, you have to put it like here's her face, right? My face is her face. You have to put it like right here. I swear to God, I think she's blind because she goes, oh, and then finally eats it, but doesn't move. It's like a whale sucking up plankton. It's just, and it's done.
Yeah.
And then you see her go, bloop, she grows a little bit. And you're like, what do I do now?
Like when Mario gets the little monkey.
Exactly. That's
dogs-
an excellent
That's what I
analogy.
kind of
Dogs can get around
envisioned.
just fine.
Do they?
They can adjust.
How old are they?
How old they are. My dog
How old are your dogs, Henry? However old
Whatever.
they are.
Can I get one of those Jello
is
shots?
13.
Okay.
But
Hannah
I've
wants
had
one
blind
too, huh?
dogs before.
Oh no,
No?
not you.
I've
I'm just
had
gonna
blind
help.
dogs before.
9.
Blind.
Oh, blind. Okay. All right.
And they know the house. They can adjust just fine. They can walk around. They might bump into anything you do, but they're fine.
So, Henry,
Jesus Christ, the green ones are just
Yeah.
pure crack.
I had a dog one time.
Yeah.
So, dogs don't sweat, correct?
They pant.
They pant.
Yeah.
I had a sweaty dog one time, Henry.
Oh, really?
I've never had a wet dog.
Uh-huh.
The dog was constantly wet.
Yeah.
How does that happen? I don't know how a dog is constantly
Did you use Brute deodorant?
Oh, there's more?
I karate most of it. Yeah.
Those are hers.
I'll take one.
Those are for the.
She was a Catahoula.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Couldn't hear a thing.
Yeah.
Constantly running into walls.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So here, girl. She runs into a wall, and then there's a sweat stain on the wall, right?
Yes.
I don't understand. I don't know how dogs
She
sweat.
had human sweat glands, I guess.
She was the weirdest dog I've had. At one time, we had I think 5 dogs at one time,
Oh, Lord.
and that's a power.
Yes.
So at
I'm
that
surprised they
point,
didn't take over.
yeah, well, they did. So yeah, we had to end up getting rid of a lot of those dogs. So Henry, we also had a potbelly pig. at
Oh,
one
really?
time.
I've heard they're very,
Yeah.
very intelligent pigs, aren't they?
So mine was not. So mine, I bought it. It was about this. It was about this big.
Like a micro.
Uh-huh.
It was like it was supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
It grew to about 250 pounds.
That was the thing. Like they were, whoever was, were scamming people.
Yes, I got scammed. Absolutely.
Oh, it was a fake Mike Potbelly pig?
Right. It was a macro.
So you just bought a pig.
My dog and I, what I had 2 generations ago, and I went walking up the street one day. He was on a leash, and we were attacked by a pack.
Hey, PA. Good job. Give him camera time. There you
Oh,
go.
one right. Right
Sorry, the further we get into the show,
Oh,
the
that's
stronger
it.
it gets.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my dog and I went walking one afternoon. He was on a leash, and we were attacked by a pack of dogs, a dog pack. And I reached over and I got a stick from the gutter, and I was on his side fighting these dogs. I was in the middle of a dog fight.
Yes.
And mercifully they went away. But I know what dogs go through when they're in a dog fight because I was in a dog fight. And I got home, my shirt was torn. I thought, I've been in a dog fight. It was a weird experience, but we were fighting for survival.
Yes, absolutely. Like Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, yes.
So when we had this macro pig.
Yeah, oh, excuse me.
No, you're good. You're good. When we had this macro pig, it grew to it's got to be 250, right? It was the meanest pig I've ever known. Every time you would get within about 10 feet of it, it would just start going, just screaming at you, right? In pig. And I don't speak a lot of pig.
Pig
but
Latin?
Right, no. It wasn't so much that, but yes, good joke.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, America. We've been doing this too long.
Yeah, we are.
So, anyway, we had 3 dogs and this one macro pig, right? The pig had wallowed out of place, and I would just throw, like it's almost like I was trying to feed a god, you know, and just spare us from its nightmare, you know, wrath. And so I would throw leftovers at it, and I'd throw mud at it, and
Take
water.
the sacrifice.
Absolutely. Take my firstborn. Here you go. And so, but the weird thing about pigs is you build a goofy little fence, they stay in it.
Yeah.
Right? They don't try to get out. It's weird because I'm not a fence builder, but I built a stupid fence and the thing stayed in it, right?
Right.
This is when I still did things. So the pig would stay in it. I took my wife's old table and I literally turned it into like a pig hut, right? And put it up on some pallets. Right? Made up. I mean, the pig was in paradise, right? But still, you get close, you know, that's what you get from the pig. So it was a one-way deal here.
You serve it.
Absolutely, like a duck, like
And it's
a
gracious.
like a small island god. Yeah. So the dogs got very interested in the pig. Here's what would happen: the dogs would go up to the fence, and they would pull up the fence. The pig would then get out of the fence.
Oh my God.
Now you've got 4 of them. You've got a small dog, a medium dog, a large dog, which is before Cupcake got, you know, to the behemoth state she's at now. And you have a very large black pig. The pig would then in turn eat at the fence. So it would pull the boards off the fence. Then it's jailbreak. All 4 of them are out in the neighborhood.
Yes.
We're in Hewitt, suburb of suburbs, right? I don't think people eliminate their waste there. You know, I mean, they're so pristine, right? And so I would constantly get calls that all my dogs were out. One day, all of them got out again, right? Because I couldn't keep these damn things in the backyard, you know? Here I am thinking, I got dogs and a pig, how is that? Yeah, no big deal. It happens 15 times, you would think I would catch on, you know, and this is a bad thing I'm doing here. So they all got out, and I go out in the neighborhood, and I'm like, there's a lady walking her dog, and I said, hey lady, did you see any dogs run past here? She said, yes, I saw a big yellow dog, a little dog, and there was this big black dog following me. I'm like,
Biggest dog I've ever seen.
thank you, ma'am. And I took off.
That's them.
And so yeah, I don't even remember how I got them back into the backyard, but there was one time when the dog catcher actually picked them all up, and I had to remove the pig from the dog catcher thing. It was fascinating to me that you're in Hewitt, where they won't let you, you know, pee in your front yard, but they'll certainly let you have a pig in the backyard. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing ever. Anyway, we ended up getting rid of the pig by putting an ad on Craigslist. These people showed up speaking another language, and I remember 2 gentlemen were back there chasing the pig around in the backyard, the lady.
Josh just went in the bathroom with another guy.
Sure.
Just saying.
No, they didn't. They're right there.
$4 special.
They didn't know that.
Oh well. No, they did.
Fuck. Ruined my joke.
So these two guys chasing the pig around, right? The old lady gets out of the truck and she's like, you know, she literally goes over and drags the pig out. These two guys are just watching her.
Yeah.
And here's the kicker, Henry. You know what they asked me at the end? Can we take that food dish with us? Can we take the food dish with us?
They
I
wanted
gave
the
you a
food.
big pig. What do you want? Get out of here.
I mean, you could eat for a month on this thing.
Yeah. It was.
Did you give it to him?
I did. I was tired of serving that god, so I had to get rid of it. Yeah. It's my pig story.
I like it, man. I remember the pig. I saw the pig. What was its name? Pig?
No, the pig's name was. I don't know. I don't remember.
Anyway.
Tamale, maybe.
What?
I think ultimately the name was Tamale.
She was a good pig.
No, she wasn't. She was a terrible pig.
Well, she was
It
good.
wasn't
when I
Charlotte's
saw
Web
her.
here. It wasn't.
Hey, I got some Trivial Pursuit cards.
Ooh.
So whenever we run out of shit to talk about,
That would be now.
well, okay.
Go ahead. I like where
The
this is going.
the first topic is hip hop.
Hip hop.
God.
That's the music of the streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
If you want to reach the kids on the streets, then you got to get down.
I already
to a
resigned
hip-hop.
from
I have a
answering.
question.
Absolutely.
Are we filming something next week? Because
Sure.
Thanksgiving. Oh, we'll just meet it.
Oh, next week is no, it's a week before Thanksgiving.
No, next week is
No,
Thanksgiving.
next week is Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
A week
Yeah.
from today.
Shit, I gotta call my relatives.
Thursday and Friday I'm off.
I gotta call
from
my
classes.
relatives and tell them to stay the hell away.
I think we might be doing a best of next week.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
I've already done Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, you said you had
Yeah,
to do that.
it's over with. I love that. Yeah.
Next Thursday's Thanksgiving. Yeah, we'll skip next week and we'll reconvene the next week. Yes.
Yeah.
Are we
We'll
filming this
do a
weekend?
Thanksgiving special.
filming this
We're filming this weekend?
Not this.
No.
No. The
Oh, does Saturday work?
Yeah.
We can talk.
Saturday's
we can
good
talk.
because you said you can't do Sunday,
Like
right?
Saturday.
That's right.
Brian said Saturday evening
Okay.
around like 6
That's
is
fine.
when he'd be free.
Are you
but,
okay with
but
that?
we don't
I'm
have,
fine with that
We
if-
don't have our location.
We'll talk after that.
Okay.
What New York
Hip hop.
city borough does the Wu-Tang Clan refer to as Shaolin?
Chinatown.
No.
Brooklyn.
No.
Queens.
No.
Manhattan.
No. Not a borough. Half of those were not boroughs.
I don't know which ones are boroughs.
I actually know this one. It's Staten Island.
Staten Island.
Can anybody name the members of the Wu-Tang Clan?
I don't know.
Well, there's Barney and there's Andy and there's Little Richie.
Yeah. Spanky.
Spanky. Sure. No, I cannot name them members of the Wu-Tang.
Oh, I was like, okay, wow.
I
you're
can,
good.
but I'm not going to.
Sure.
What classic hip hop song does Rosie the Rappin' Granny sing in The Wedding Singer?
I haven't seen
My
that.
man Shannon, what's up?
What's
Is
that
it
on?
the original rap song?
The first rap song.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not the first rap song, but yes.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It is by the Shady Seven. No, I don't know what they're called. I don't remember.
It's Rapper's Delight.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Sugar Hill Gang.
See, I was thinking it was.
I know every word to Rapper's Delight.
Go.
No.
Okay.
What future vice president's wife lobbied for the parental advisory labels now affixed to selected
Tipper
CDs?
Gore.
That's right.
Tipper Gore. Tipper Gore.
Old Tipper Gore.
Old Tipper Gore.
Sold more explicit
you're-
records
you're
than
absolutely
anybody
right.
could have imagined. I think Tipper Gore. I think Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre probably should thank Tipper Gore for
Oh,
everything.
absolutely. Absolutely.
For
so
everything.
when you see Tipper,
That just lets you know which CDs to get.
right? So when you see the Gore's house, here's the way it works: Polar Bears first, then Snoop Dogg, then Dr. Dre. Right.
Right. Man, bear, pig. What two words did Tupac Shakur have tattooed across his abdomen?
Not me.
I don't know.
What is it with you people?
I don't know.
It
I
says
don't know
I don't-
Thug Life.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Sure.
Jesus, people.
Sure. Can we change subjects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's go
fantastic.
ahead.
Let's do that.
I'll let y'all pick. We've got pharmaceuticals, track and field, sculpture, wild card. Let's just do the
Wild card. Love it.
Let's do the wild card.
Here we go,
Unless it's all
folks.
Hip-hop. Wild hip-hop.
Wild hip hop card.
Okay, here's one. What is that book by Nabokov in the Police song "Don't Stand So Close to Me"?
I'm not a good contestant.
Is it the Karma Sutra?
No.
Okay.
Although I hear Sting is way into that stuff.
Well, he's in that
He's a
tantric.
tantric.
He's a tantric guy. Yeah.
That's where you you don't
Keep your shoes
you don't
on.
come, right? You just
Oh, I
never
thought
do.
you just kept your shoes on
Is that what it
the whole
is?
time. I
Okay.
thought that's what it was. Yeah. Okay, so the Bible.
No, that's
guessing-
not written by Nabokov.
Well, I'm just saying the big books. I'm guessing, right? You know,
It's a big book.
War of the Worlds.
That's
War and
Treasure
Peace.
Island. Treasure Island.
That's
No, I don't think that's a book. Wait, yeah, it is.
Yeah, sure. It is. Robert Louis Stevenson.
I was thinking of
Oh.
Fantasy Island.
Ah, that is not a book.
No.
However, it is a novelization.
Yeah,
It's called The Tales of Hervé.
right. And they're doing
Yeah.
the Hervé movie.
Yeah, I've not seen that. I've got it, but I haven't watched it.
I want
I
to
mean,
see.
I've seen it online, but I've not watched it.
I'm interested in Hervé, but I'd really like to know more about Ricardo Montalban.
You still ask him. He's still alive.
That's true. I'll ask him next
Do
time.
you
I see him.
remember,
Yeah.
Henry, the commercials about the no, the luxurious Corinthian leather? So he would advertise like Buicks or whatever, and they had luxurious Corinthian leather.
Luxurious.
Yeah,
There was a reference in
And
Deadpool
he
about
also
the
said, "Come
Yeah, absolutely.
on." No, that wasn't him. He was.
rich
That was-
Corinthian
yeah,
leather.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was.
I
Kirk
love
that
Star
said,
Trek too. I think it's a great movie.
Every even numbered Star Trek.
You
movie
put a
is
worm
good.
in somebody's no.
But I didn't
No, it's
Save
the
the
odd
whales?
number ones.
Yeah.
It's the odd ones that are good.
When they go back and
I
try to
don't
save
really know
whales,
the order of
yeah.
it.
Ricardo Montalban was Mexico's most popular movie actor.
Yes.
And he became famous in Mexico in the movie called Nosotros, which means we. And they saw Louis B. Mayer saw him and brought him to Hollywood. Signed
You
him
said
to-
Louis B. Mayer?
yeah, the head of
Wow.
MGM.
Yeah.
The old days,
Absolutely.
in the 40s. And they signed him to a contract, and he was typecast as the Latin lover. Esther Williams musicals. you know.
Yes, yes.
And he
You know
walked
what he's
in.
talking about, Esther Williams musicals? Have you ever seen like the women in the water performing all together?
You
yes.
All that stuff. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah. And so
Thanks for the
anyway,
clarity.
I got you. Yeah.
he walked to his mailbox one day at MGM, and it said, "Your services are no longer required."
Really?
And so he left MGM, and when he did, he said his acting range increased tremendously because he was no longer just playing one kind of role.
Absolutely.
The Latin lover, he would play all kinds of roles.
Then he can play the Latin lover
Yeah.
stranded on an island. Yeah.
And in the theater.
Yeah, sure.
He was a wonderful actor.
Oh, I bet he was. I
Yeah.
bet he was. He was great as Khan.
I thought, yeah, he was amazing.
He was great.
You know who I think is the most surprising person to ever break out of typecast?
The Rock?
That is a good yes. I wasn't gonna say that, but you're right. I was thinking David Duchovny because he spent like 10 years in sci-fi and then started doing the
Californication
Yeah,
and all
he
that
did
stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
X-Files
That's a good
guy,
show.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that name sounds so familiar, and I couldn't place it.
Yeah, he actually is a good actor.
the answer to the question was
Henry's eating screws. I'm sorry, what was I don't remember what the question was.
the Nabokov book
Yes,
from
yes.
Sting song "Don't Stand So Close to Me."
Absolutely.
It was Lolita.
Ah,
Oh,
okay. I got you. Don't stand so close. That makes sense. Yeah.
You want to do Rome?
Sure.
All right.
2 days. Because it wasn't built
wasn't
in
built
one
in a
day.
day.
Right. 2 days.
All right. What water-moving architectural form are the Romans famous for? The
Water moving form. So the aqueducts. Thank you.
I think.
Good night.
Probably. Yeah. Very good.
Aqueducts were a band in the 80s.
No, that's the Aquabats.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And, all right.
That was
so
the 90s.
this one's for you, Mike.
Okay.
80s music.
Fantastic.
Was this an 80s song? Midnight Oils,
Yeah.
Beds Are Burning,
Right.
declared that what country should give back its land to the native people?
Australia. Yeah. Yeah.
What boy band launched Ricky Martin's career?
Menudo.
I like Ricky Martin.
Excuse me, just
Yeah.
Absolutely, Henry. Absolutely.
Here's a good one. What Billy Joel song name checks the newsworthy people and places of his lifetime?
We didn't start the fire. I'm 100% so far.
The video for what Lionel Richie song features him as a teacher?
Hello.
Well done.
Thank you.
Who or what are Herbie Hancock's co-stars in the video for?
Mannequins.
Nope. Next.
Robots.
My man.
Okay. All right. So it's robotic mannequins is what it is.
I haven't seen the video.
Really?
Name a hit from the You're gonna get this one like boom. Name a hit from the 1983 Huey Lewis in the News album Sports.
Girl from Ipanema.
No. That's not. I thought you're like the biggest Huey Lewis fan.
So
aren't
no,
you?
I'm not the biggest Huey Lewis fan. I did sell my Six Flags tickets one time in my kneeless
Oh,
jeans
that's right.
to go to a
So
Huey
that you-
Lewis concert.
yeah.
Right. I Want a New Drug. That's a good one. Yeah.
And also acceptable would have been The Heart of Rock and Roll.
It's still
which,
beating.
Which I never knew that he was saying The Heart of Rock and Roll is still beating until like last year.
Right.
I didn't know what he said.
Really?
Because he kind of mumbles it.
I had a rock
So
and
I-
roll, didn't he?
Yeah, that's
that
how
kinda-
I sang
absolutely.
along with
Sure,
it. Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a grunt song.
Anybody familiar with the opera?
Sure. Who isn't?
In what place does Puccini's Madame Butterfly take place?
Toilet.
And I might also say that I think that might be a typo.
Yeah, I think it is. Madama.
A typo in Trivial Pursuit.
Gotcha, game maker.
Do better, Parker Brothers.
Do better, Parker Brothers. That's how they invented Monopoly. Somebody said, do better, Parker
better.
Brothers. And they said, Monopoly. I don't know.
I really liked your Carmen video that the devil showed the other day. Satan bites the dust.
Yes.
Have you heard The Champion?
No, I have not.
True story. I have seen Carmen perform live.
So you were at Six Flags one?
No, I went to a Carmen concert.
Really?
Yes, they're fantastic.
Who opens for
Because
Carmen?
he's always doing. It was the Power Team.
The Holy Ghost opens for Carmen.
It was John Jacobs and the Power Team. You know the guys that
Oh,
rip
shit,
the
the guys
phone
who rip the
books?
phone-
Yeah, they break all the bats in their legs.
I would have loved
They,
to have
they
seen
did
those
this
guys.
thing where they broke like 50 bats. Like they're all out there breaking them with their legs.
So,
was great.
so you guys, in the late 80s, early 90s, there was this thing where they had these power teams that would go around from church to church.
Yeah.
And they were
telling
like,
you not to do drugs.
right. It was all about not doing drugs, not listening to the devil.
Yeah.
And the way that you don't do drugs and don't listen to the devil is you get real strong and you rip,
Rip
phone books in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they were doing drugs.
Oh God, no.
Not a steroid in that whole group.
No.
But
That's all the
thing
power
was,
of Jesus.
This thing was run by a guy named John Jacobs, and I'm pretty sure he died last year. of a heart
Jingleheimer
attack. Yeah. His name is my name too.
Yeah, those were fantastic shows, though.
Oh, I love this. On the Opera card,
Puccini?
what type of software is Opera?
It's a browser.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
That's not the same thing at all.
No.
Where did Puccini? Where did Madama Butterfly?
Oh,
take
I
place?
never did tell you the answer, did I? Did you guess?
I did. I said toilet.
You're toilet stand.
Toilet stand.
It was Japan.
Oh,
Or-
perfect. Yeah.
Or better known by the locals as Japan.
Right. The locals. Where
The locals here. That's just how us Wacoites say.
where
it.
Asian food is just food.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me quiz you.
Ooh.
You guys might be better competitors.
Squee. I love Trivial Pursuit.
Or did you see any of the Dungeons and Dragons ones?
Oh, I like
But
where
I
this is
won't
going.
know any of these answers.
Hey guys, Dungeons and Dragons coming up now.
Hey, hit us up in the chat if you know the answers to any of these
Sure,
questions.
sure. Please do that. We'll give you plenty of time to answer.
Yeah.
In what state were the earliest Gen Cons held?
California.
Virginity.
Wisconsin.
That does
Perfect.
not surprise
Perfect.
me. Yeah.
Home state of the D&D co-creator Gary
Wozniak.
Gygax.
Gygax. Gygax.
What TV show
Gygax.
set in the 80s has cool guy Daniel playing Dungeons and Dragons with younger nerds?
Oh, that's Stranger Things.
No.
What? Goonies?
Kind of like similar vibe, but.
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
Daniel?
What TV show set in the 80s has cool guy Daniel playing Dungeons and Dragons with younger nerds?
You got me.
Is it
You're
Barney?
gonna like hate yourself after this. Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, shit. God,
That's a great show.
Oh, that is a great
Seth
show.
Rogen.
It has that kind of Stranger Things.
It
you
does.
know,
Yeah.
like-
It does. You're absolutely right. But it was set in an actual time.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
What year was the first Dungeons and Dragons tournament held? 1966, 1970, or 1976?
I'm going to say 70.
Yeah.
You are both correct.
Okay, fantastic.
What does LARP stand for? Oh, I
Live
guess-
action role playing.
Yeah, I knew that.
Don't LARP, kids.
We've been around
You're
way
never
too
gonna
many
get
of those
laid that
people.
way.
We've been around. Do you remember being at Geek Fest and the LARPing that was going on there?
Yeah.
And we
I got a lot of that on film. I got Volk.
Yes, it was Volk.
hitting a young lady in the titty with the
Right.
bat. On
That's the
film.
best LARPing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have you met Volk?
oh. No, but I've seen the name.
Oh,
Yeah.
that needs to happen.
Yeah, you need to meet Volk.
Yeah.
Come on Wednesday.
Yeah, come on
next
Wednesday.
Because I'm pretty sure they're
Yeah,
gonna
come
be
the
doing
night before
something
Thanksgiving.
Wednesday.
That'll ruin the next day for you.
We'll see what I'm
Can we
doing.
get out of the D&D? We don't know D&D.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we
Y'all
don't
have been doing great. You got all of them that I asked.
Oh, did we?
Fantastic Beasts, Mistaken Identities, Scissors.
Scissors.
I like that.
Please.
Let's do scissors.
Okay.
If there's anything I know.
Oh, there's horror movies too. Would
Ooh,
y'all rather
let's do
horror
that.
movies?
Let's do that.
Yeah, horror movies.
Love
Let's go.
horror movies.
And then we'll come back to Scissors.
Yeah.
That seems
Sure,
interesting.
sure, as everybody does.
What was Stephen King's first published novel?
Christine.
What do you think?
I think it's Cujo.
Is that y'all's final answer?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
I'd like to
Carrie.
phone a friend.
Carrie. It's Carrie.
Carrie.
It's
Damn
Carrie.
You're close. You had the name with the
Ah,
C.
I have never heard my mother scream louder
Really? I haven't
than
seen.
than
I'm
when we
behind.
watch Carrie in the final scene. You know what I'm
Yeah. I
saying?
know about
the final scene. Yeah.
yes.
I thought my mother was going
Did
to
you
die.
watch
that
Did you like the remake? The 2000
se-
something remake?
Which of the 7?
Yeah, I know, right?
No, yeah, they're not bad.
I didn't know that was his first novel, published novel.
Yeah, Stephen King was rejected like 30 times
Yep.
with that book before somebody actually gave him a chance. Now he's the biggest.
Just like Josh, but nobody's ever given him a chance. Just
True.
He's
rejected.
the next Stephen King.
No.
No,
In a way.
he's the next Rodney King.
Thank you, folks.
All right, let's stop. now.
Try the
We're
veal.
done.
Try the veal.
We're done. All right.
Can't we all just get up? No,
No, not with Josh.
not with Josh. No.
Do you want me to-
Did you
Yeah.
notice the smell when he was over here?
I just could smell his sandwich.
The viewers at home
Thank
could
God.
smell. Oh,
Yeah.
I should probably get rid of the.
Here's
sandwich.
what I'd like to do.
That's a lot of onion
Here,
left in
just
there.
put it over here. Good. What about
I'm
Trivial
congested
Pursuit?
though, so that's all I could smell.
It's hella
Well,
stinky.
it probably helps you. So what I'd like to know is if anybody's watching this, maybe put in the chat if you actually saw the visible stink lines coming off of Josh.
That
You know, it's like Pigpen in
Yeah.
the Charlie Brown things. You know, you just walk around and it just comes off of it.
Nah. He's kind of always been that way.
He is.
Moving on.
It's that guy from American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, it is.
I hate to leave the company, but I have 2 animals.
You got it. You got it.
The cold dark house and they have to eat.
Henry,
Give him my love,
it's
Henry.
been wonderful seeing you again. If you'll bring that script with you,
I'll have it
not
two-
next week, but the next week.
Yeah.
And I will start making your cue cards and we'll plan a date.
Yeah, wonderful. And I'm working on it every night.
Fantastic.
In fact, that's what I'm going to do now. Go home and rest it.
Read it to your dogs. Sure.
Awesome.
I go there twice a day.
That's fantastic.
So I think that'll be.
I think so too.
Before I do it, I'm looking forward to it.
I love it. I love it.
Have a good night, Henry.
You're the best, Henry. You tell the best stories.
See you next 2 weeks.
It's a pleasure
Take
knowing
care.
you. You have a great Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you.
See you. He's got to get home to his bitches.
Yep, that's true. That's true. All right, where are we at? Scissors? Horror movies.
Horror. Let's finish with horror.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love horror movies.
Um,
The only kind of movie worth watching. Schindler's List should have had more horror elements in it.
Well, if you watch it backwards, it is.
Schindler's List. My mom got me that movie as a present for my 16th.
You
birthday.
gotta be kidding me! Come on.
I'm
You
not
didn't tell
kidding.
that story.
She got me Schindler's List as a present, and it wasn't
for
until my
her
17th
quinceañera.
birthday. It wasn't until my 17th birthday that I actually watched it. She and I sat down and watched it and just cried.
It's a beautiful movie.
So we're gonna pretend this is Schindler's List, right? You are a woman now.
Yeah,
mean, that's-
exactly. I was like, of all the things, but
Wow.
I mean, it's a good movie. It was.
Oh, it's a
worth
great
it.
movie.
Yes.
It's not a birthday movie, but
No,
it's a great movie.
Not a
yeah.
16th birthday
For a
movie.
lot of people in that movie, it's not a birthday movie.
No, no.
Ooh.
But it was
Moving on.
worth watching.
Thanks.
What future star made his major film debut in the 1984 classic A Nightmare on Elm
Johnny
Street?
Depp.
No.
No,
Johnny
no.
Depp's first
Richard
movie.
Grieco.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's the pirate.
Yeah, it is Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Johnny Depp.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
He gets
thinking of
sucked down in the-
I was thinking of Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm like, no, he did a bunch of movies before that.
He gets sucked down in the
He
bed.
wasn't even in that movie.
And then the big fountain of blood comes
Yeah,
out.
yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You know, they
You know
he was that the one where he was like up on the ceiling.
Yes,
They
yes.
had the room that was on
Yes.
on a motorized thing. They
Right.
The room
Like
was
Tommy
spinning.
Lee's drum kit.
Yeah, yeah, it's just like Tommy
Yeah.
Lee's drum
Yeah,
kit.
see, he gets
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I do get that. I love that.
So,
or maybe Steven Tyler's piano.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sure. Or Jamie.
And that didn't
Janie.
spin around. He just kind of flew in on it. You know what I'm talking
On
about?
the piano?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the kid on the internet? That's
No, I'm
floating
talking
through the-
about Steven Tyler.
Really?
You remember Dream On? He did the Dream On video that was live. They showed it like every 5 minutes on MTV, and it's from the Music Awards. And he comes in from behind the crowd,
Really?
on it playing his piano, which is being hoisted across over the audience,
So everything's on cables.
Yeah.
He's just,
Yeah.
here I come. I'm like
including
Jesus.
Steven
Yeah.
Tyler. Yeah, yeah. And then they
that's
land him on the
fantastic.
stage, and he finishes the
I
song.
Right.
wouldn't
I love
expect anything less.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, sure.
A lot of drugs. That guy.
You know, I saw that tour, right? With,
Really?
With not Steven Tyler. Well, I did see Aerosmith once, but with the Tommy Lee drum kit, spinning
Did
kit.
you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whitesnake opened for them, and I saw Whitesnake like 9 times in my life
But
because
dude,
they
so-
open for every
yeah.
hair metal band.
I've
yeah.
seen Whitesnake.
Yeah, everybody has. They're down. Look, there they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, there
Whitesnake.
they are coming out of the jail.
Hey, David Coverdale.
David Coverdale. He was great.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Again,
He's alive.
too much.
He's alive. All right, Hannah.
Go ahead,
Hit
Hannah.
me.
I'm sorry.
I'm jumping to scissors.
Oh, wait a minute. Before you do
Oh,
that,
yes.
one of the things I loved about the original Nightmare on Elm Street, one of the things that scared
Yeah.
the shit out of me, is when Freddy comes down the alley with the long ass arms.
Yeah.
That scared the shit. I don't know why.
Do you remember
Scared me.
Do you remember the final scene where the mom's out and she's waving?
Yes, and then she gets
he
pulled
rips
through the
her
door
window,
like
and
a
it's-
big
it's
mannequin.
Very
Just a-
obviously a dummy.
She's a blow-up
It was
doll.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
Pulled her through the little window.
And then
in the door.
the convertible top comes up and it's like Freddy's sweater.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
movie.
great movie. I love
We
that.
went to see that again over at the Hippodrome not long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever
Because
watch?
they rip off movies and just show them at the
Yeah,
Hippodrome.
they do the classics.
Yeah.
They Top Gun and that.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the show Freddy's Nightmares?
Yeah,
It was
sure,
an anthology
sure,
series
sure.
in the Nightmare on
I
Elm
think
Street.
we've talked about that before because there was Freddy's Nightmares and then there was the Friday the 13th thing that had
Nothing to do with Jason. It
Yeah.
was about
like a
these
curio shop, an
Mickey,
antique shop.
Mickey and Ryan. Yeah, I know.
That's a
I watched
deep pull.
the fuck out of that show.
deep pull.
Their uncle Louis Vondrady made a deal with the devil to sell cursed antiques, and so they were basically Louis died, so they were running around trying to get him back and got in wacky adventures.
Sure, and that's how Supernatural started.
Did you see the one where they got tattoos? Like there was a tattoo gun
no.
that the tattoos would come to life.
I was so disappointed because Jason wasn't in it. You know?
Yeah, but it was still a legit ass show.
But why'd they call it that? It's like Halloween 3. You know, same deal.
Yeah, it was a weird title.
Season of the Witch.
Halloween 3 was good though.
It's a great movie, but
I
don't
want to
call
see.
it.
I
Don't
want to
call
see
it
the
Halloween 3.
Halloween 3, the video game. Right,
Oh, that
where
would be
instead
bad.
of playing Michael Myers, you're that big fat schlub guy. What was his name? His name was like, I don't remember. But you're running around trying to get all the
All the
happy
masks.
face masks.
Yeah, yeah.
Before all the kids turn
You
into
seen
bugs.
Halloween 3?
I haven't seen any of the Halloween movies. I just started getting into horror.
Watch the
a
Rob
few
Zombie
years
ones.
back.
They're
No,
good.
don't
Listen to him.
watch the.
He doesn't like anything new.
That's not true at all.
That is true at all.
I like
They're
New
good.
Coke.
You do not like New Coke. Every episode of VDVQ.
Do you know about New Coke?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like the Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Start.
Have
and
you
I'll
heard the
see.
good news about New Coke?
Go ahead and continue.
So,
We're changing colors rapidly.
yeah, no, I don't understand what's going on with that camera. I think it's trying to focus on different things, but
I think
We're
it's just you got
different
that
Hopefully,
fake
hopefully
cover
it
of
wasn't
the light
from
sensor.
me.
could be.
I'd take
Hopefully
that.
it wasn't from what happened to it.
No,
No,
it
it
did
did that
it last week
time
too.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
more about just keeping viewers engaged and causing strokes.
Yeah.
So, Coca-Cola for a long time, right? Same product. Everybody loved it. About 1985 or so, they said, "Hey, let's change all that shit." Since it
You know that
sells-
thing everyone loves?
You know that thing?
Let's fuck it up.
You know that thing that's right up there with Jesus and
Beatles.
English and the Beatles? Yeah, let's change that thing. And so they changed it to this thing called New Coke, and everybody hated it.
Oh,
Tasted
I
a
have
little
heard
bit
about this.
citrusy,
It did.
which I did not like at all.
It was funky.
And then they went back to
Yeah.
So they went back to it. I personally think it's just a big marketing ploy.
To
Right.
bring it
just
back.
to get people to miss it, like when they got rid of the McRib at
Exactly.
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's totally what that is with the McRib. They're just trying to drum up because every time the McRib comes back, well, not every
It's
time,
back, by the way.
but like every few years, the
Oh, it
McRib
is?
comes back, and I forget how fucking terrible the McRib
Sure,
is.
sure.
So I go get one. If they had McRib all year long, then I'd never buy one because I would never forget how awful
It's
they are.
muscly, gristly, chewy
Shit.
on a terrible bun.
Yeah.
It's
With
really
some
bad.
terrible sauce on it.
Yeah.
And an onion.
Does it have an onion?
Yeah, it's got one onion. They put an onion on
It
it.
doesn't have a tangy fucking pickle, I can tell you that.
No. McRibs are terrible.
Only Nexus City Sports.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
Nexus
absolutely. Good job. Look, we're teaching Hannah. She is going to be the Nexus esports person, right? You're going to be the spokesperson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got that news today. Yeah, it's great.
And
was
she's
great news.
Yeah.
not the Eskimo hut.
No, it's
Muck
not.
luck.
Muckluck. Yeah.
Muckluck.
Muckluck, the same thing
Hi
as
guys.
the,
I just
Oogly
heard about
boogly.
it
it's the shoes. It's the same thing as the shoes.
Yeah,
It's muckluck.
the mucklucks.
As a matter of fact, let me show you something real quick, Hannah.
I saw the thing. And
Did
then,
you?
Yeah.
I brought a coat and like a hat that you can wear.
Oh, I brought it.
If you need to.
With the fur.
Brr! It's Muckluck, the Eskimo Hut Eskimo girl.
I love that.
Yeah. Isn't that nice? Brr! So I'm sitting in a meeting and I'm cutting this out of a picture. You know? in
No, it
Photoshop.
turned out really well.
Yeah, that looks great.
And-
Oh, I almost thought that was
Yeah.
part of it for a second.
Yeah, isn't that great? Look at that. Muckluck, the Eskimo Hut
that's my
Eskimo girl.
home.
That's it.
where she
Oh,
lives.
she's so cold.
My pet polar bear.
Sure, sure. What's his name?
Polary.
Polary the polar bear. You got it.
All right, hit us.
What?
What you got?
Some questions.
Oh,
Scissors.
cards. Yes.
Scissors. Scissor me timbers.
How can that be a card?
I know, right? I'm just so curious.
Hole punch.
If you were wetting a blade, what are you doing?
You're
You're
sharpening it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Use a whetstone.
The scissors is a well-known element in what men's gymnastics event?
The fuck?
No.
I have
the,
no
the,
idea.
the vault. The
Pole vault?
no, not the pole vault. The horse. The pommel horse.
Yeah.
Hey, how about
Oh,
that,
I was
huh?
like, I have no idea what that is.
Nice.
I know
There
me
you
some
go.
men's gymnastics. Don't ask me how.
I want to thank
Don't come around the house on Fridays.
I want to thank Tanya Harding for making gymnastics like a
Relevant.
thing for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, it was relevant. Yeah, that and pipes.
Yeah. Pipes.
Pipe
and
industry would like to.
hitmen.
You
Yeah.
know about Tanya Harding?
Man, guys,
I got you. No, this is not a come down. We
During
listen,
the,
as I get older, I love telling stories. Right?
no, and I love
So,
listening.
okay, all
So
right.
just assume.
Go ahead.
So during the early 90s, I want to say 92, something like that.
My sister was born then.
Ah. Fuck.
That was the last night we saw Aaron.
Right around the time the Rodney King thing was going down,
You know who Rodney King is?
I know the name. I can't put a face.
He
on
made
it.
fine menswear. He made wonderful menswear. Rodney
Yeah.
King's a guy who got beat up real bad during the LA riots.
Okay.
Yeah, and he went on camera saying, "Why can't we all just get along?" That was Rodney King. That's
Yeah.
the guy.
And then they proceeded to let the cops who beat him to death just go home.
Sure. Well, he didn't get beat to death because he went on camera.
Well, near death.
Yeah.
Beaten to near death.
Well, at the same time, though, that white guy got pulled out of the diesel.
Yeah,
Remember
Reginald
that guy?
Denny.
Yeah, that
Reginald
guy
Denny.
got almost beat to death.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. It was,
Well,
it was a terrible thing.
But yeah.
That was a time when people were just waiting to riot over almost anything.
Well, yeah, because, you know, in LA, the cops were pretty notorious for
Sure.
beating people up.
Sure. Plus, there were a lot of TVs to steal.
It's true.
I do have to leave soon. I'm just letting y'all know.
I got
Okay.
you. I got you. All right, go for it, Scissors.
No, you can.
No.
What were we telling her?
Tanya Harding.
Oh, yeah.
So
wanna hear this story.
there was a young lady named Nancy Kerrigan who was on her way to become
young
an
lady.
Olympic gold medalist in figure skating.
Yeah.
And Tanya Harding did not like that one bit. She was a bitter rival with Nancy Kerrigan, and so she hired a guy to go beat Nancy Kerrigan in the kneecaps with a pipe, and he did.
She literally came out ready to skate, and he right in the knees.
Beat her with a pipe.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was so transparent that it was instantly picked up.
Sure.
Everyone knew about Tanya Harding immediately. And then, after all this shit, they let her on Dancing with the Stars. They actually let this woman work. Which I
seen
kept-
She's-
Tanya?
She never
She's
did
a
any
judge.
time.
She's a judge, right? Right?
don't know.
On that show?
She what?
That's what that news. Is she one of the judges?
I think she was a competitor.
All I know
I
is
don't
she.
know.
All I know is she worked for U.S. Steel. You seen I Am Tanya?
Was she a spokesperson
No,
for
but
US
that would have been
Steel?
fantastic.
That would have been great.
These days, that would have happened.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Now that we're
Don't
living
let a
in
marketing
bizarro
opportunity
world.
go
Man, I
bad.
thought one of the judges' names was Tanya. I'm sorry.
I bet it was.
No, she's a
She was a contestant.
contestant.
Very well could be.
What would have been fantastic for ratings on Dancing with the Stars? You bring Tanya out. She's one of the contestants. Somebody comes out and hits her in the knees with a pipe.
I'm surprised nobody did it.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
So did they let her compete in the Olympics that year?
I don't think
Tanya
so.
Harding?
I don't think so.
I think
because
that
it was
was-
like almost immediate.
Yeah.
Everybody knew what happened.
But she never went to jail for it.
No.
And I think she was banned from Olympics for life, but then
Yes.
they let her back in, but she didn't.
She did the ribbon thing then, though. She was just the ribbon.
Yeah, she was one of the
ribbon girl. You like the ribbons? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Floor gymnastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand the ribbons. When is
just
that?
looks pretty.
When was that a
Sparkly.
thing, though? I mean, because when you look back at the Roman Olympics, everything
Wasn't it
came-
Greek?
Greek
Wasn't the
Olympics,
Roman-
exactly.
wasn't
Like I
the
said,
Greeks
the Greek
started
Olympics. When you look back at that, everything came from like something that happened in the field or something that happened
Right.
in real life. You know, struggle, that kind of
Discus,
stuff.
you know.
When the fuck was a ribbon a thing? Ooh.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
the Greek Olympic Games were performed in the nude.
I was about to say that.
Dongs out
Excellent.
for Harambe. All right, let's have another question.
Scissors.
When did the first scissors date from? The Bronze Age, Iron Age, or Middle Ages?
I'm gonna say Iron Age.
Yeah, me too.
The Bronze Age.
Bronze scissors. That's when Jesus was alive.
God, you know what I wish I had? The more you know.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
That would be
If that
fantastic.
just came up, yeah.
Do you think Jesus owned a pair of scissors?
No, look at his hair.
Yeah, and hair.
Good point.
He's
But
gonna use shears that they used for sheep. You could use,
Yeah.
maybe that's how he
shears.
split up all
They
those
use
fish.
the trimmers.
Well, I'm saying maybe that's how he split up all those
Ah,
fish.
he just
Cut it in little pieces.
You know what my favorite thing is right now? If you look on my refrigerator, magnetized to my fridge
AaronsRefrigerator.com,
Yeah.
24-hour feed.
is a flyer for a local church, and guess who's on the front?
Jesus?
Do this.
Black Jesus.
Oh, I love that.
It's wonderful. It's the greatest thing. He looks fly as fuck too. Yeah, he's just like
He was.
he's just like.
Yeah.
Anyways,
West
So this is
Side.
the lightning round.
ooh,
Topic is video games. What city is Grand Theft Auto's Vice City based on?
Miami.
I would guess that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good guys. Good job.
Good job.
What game series legalized gay marriage in 2009? Oh, I'm not surprised by that.
What game series legalized gay marriage?
What was
Legalized.
that? What was that? It was Daddy series that we did the opening on one time. That Who's Your Daddy thing, you know, with all the Dream Daddy.
Was it Dream Daddy?
I've never heard of Dream Daddy, but no. I wasn't allowed to.
You're
play
in
this
for
game.
something.
You weren't allowed to play it.
This is The Sims.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, yeah, of
Same-sex
course.
couples can
I
marry
never
in
played
The
The
Sims
Sims.
3.
Yeah, they had those green dongs hanging over their heads. Sure.
And if you could put them in the pool and then take the ladder out of the pool and they just stay there until they died of starvation.
Or if you didn't build doors on your room,
They'd just
They
live,
would-
they'd stay there forever.
Yeah.
My cousin played, and I would watch.
yeah, they would die. You're a voyeur.
You
They
could do
would
evil
die.
things to these guys.
They would die because they had to pee so bad.
Yeah.
Remember that? They were like,
Yeah.
and they would shake and stuff. Yeah.
then
It was
die.
it was
dark.
basically an upscale version of a Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi. Thank you so much. I appreciate the
I have one
correction.
of those.
Yes.
It's dead.
Yeah. They all
I
are.
loved Tamagotchis.
Did you?
Well, I didn't. I did.
Did you keep yours alive?
As long as I could.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like in 6th grade, so
Sure.
you know, I had other priorities.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there was Lisa Frank, for God's sakes.
Got any more of them there video game questions?
Yeah. So, what part of the Wii system was recalled in 2006?
The wrist strap.
The nunchuck
Yeah, the wrist strap.
that was attached to the nunchuck.
Yeah. Oh, 'cause
No,
that's when
it
they
was attached to the
they
other
were
part.
breaking people's TVs because they
Wiimote.
get too
Yeah.
into it. And
Wiimote.
and
Thank
slip.
you.
Yeah.
Push that. Change the lights for us.
Yeah, we're getting a little stale there.
Oh, it's much better.
I pre-ordered a Wii. I had a Wii day one. It was
I
a
think
lot
I
of
did
fun.
too. The
Yeah.
Wii was really revolutionary.
It was. It was
And
fantastic.
here,
Wii Sports still awesome.
quick,
I liked Wii Sports.
little
Tennis.
known fact.
I was good at scrolling.
Little known
Oh, yeah.
fact.
Yes.
Every old person home in this country has a Wii.
Yeah.
My
they-
parents have a Wii.
Absolutely, and they
They
all
don't use it though.
well in the old person homes, also known as elder villages. They participate in a lot of the Wii bowling. They like
Yeah.
the Wii bowling. a
That's
lot.
the one
old
I'm good
people.
at.
It's
Yeah.
a blast. I learned to play it sitting down. I was really good at
Sure.
playing Wii bowling sitting down, which is totally defeats the
gonna
whole
sneeze.
purpose.
Right, we all did.
No,
We
I
all
it's
thought you were
fun.
going to sneeze. We were prepared. You know how many rotator cuffs have been ruined by the Wii bowling?
Yeah,
now?
no doubt.
Because they just
Lots of rotator cuff injuries.
Because they try to
yeah.
put that spin on it, that
Sure,
English.
sure. You got to put some English on it, Johnny English.
you have to learn how to cheat it, and so you don't have to like stress your body as much.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Put it on your dog.
Nice.
Good times.
You got another one?
Sure.
All right, last one.
Last one. Let's pick a different topic. 'cause
Sure.
The other ones were not.
This
good.
is dealer's choice.
Do y'all know a lot about Bill Clinton? If I ask a Bill Clinton question.
No, this is not a good one. Dealer's choice. You don't ask us.
Yeah, don't ask us.
Just out of the blue.
Just do it.
No, we did that one. Oh, ooh,
The
I
heart
like
of
this.
rock and roll is still beating.
Beaten. His hat makes me think of Back to the Future every time.
Love that hat.
It is a
In
great
what
hat.
country was margarine invented? This is the butter topic.
Oh.
In what country was margarine invented?
So margarine is not real butter. It's oil based.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
Is it made from canola oil?
it can be.
Did you know that a canola oil, like a canola, there's no such thing?
Canola.
There's no such thing as a canola seed.
Well, it's like a tilapia.
It's called a rape seed.
A rape-
Canola
yeah,
oil
yeah, yeah.
is made of rape seed.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
It's a really bad name
You
for
can't
a
call
seed,
it that.
guys. No. Well, that's
Okay.
why they call it canola oil.
So margarine. Let's think about the etymology of this name, right? So if we go back to
it's a Latin word, right?
right, if we go back to the Latin root, marge, meaning oily, and
Right.
Probably.
ren, meaning to ride on a motorcycle. No, ren to mean spreadable, right? I mean everybody knows ren is spreadable in
Right.
Latin.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with
That's
the
basic.
I'm gonna go with the United States.
I'm gonna go with Deutschland.
Ooh.
So, it was France. It was first developed as a butter substitute for the French military.
That's what I was gonna say at first.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
That was
You know what I love about the French?
baguettes.
Yeah.
You read my
Berets.
mind. The baguettes,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're great.
Really hard,
go-
crusty
you-
baguettes.
you-
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. You go
Hey,
to Panera, you get
that's
that
one tiny
baguette. It's so
fucking pickle.
crispy.
That
so
pickle was
crispy.
something else.
Love it.
That pickle
And then
right
so
there.
soft.
That pickle
Inside.
was nuts, dude. Did you get that pickle from like Pickle
Is it
Hell?
like the bottom of the jar pickle?
We use whole pickles, and I cut them,
Yeah.
and so the like cut pickles sit in the pickle juice for extra long.
So I
they're
could
extra
feel,
pickly.
That
I
shit
could
was
feel the
potent.
terror in that pickle after it had been cut. It was so tangy. I mean, it was just,
I believe you.
it was great.
It was good.
It was great.
Was it running in fear? Like, ah!
Well, no, I was eating it, so no, it couldn't go anywhere.
Oh,
but-
you tried to.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, yeah. I tried to get out. Absolutely, yeah. It was great.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Hannah has to go. She is needed at the local children's hospital.
Yep.
She does
She's
a-
on call.
Well, she does a
She
puppet
got
show.
she got a page like an hour ago.
Right. She does.
I need both mine.
Yeah.
She does a puppet show, and if you'll go to onichanproductions.com, you can.
I'll be live
Don't-
streaming my puppet show.
Oh, fantastic! I didn't know that. I was going to say they can donate to help buy you puppets
That's
for your puppet
awesome.
show. Yeah, because all she's got's her hands right now. You know, and this is not believable.
No.
Right, no. I can put googly eyes, but
That's no way for a
Probably
kid to
is.
leave the world thinking that this is a puppet, right?
No.
that's why you can donate.
Sure, donate now.
All you guys out there, if you come back to this Twitch channel in about 45 minutes, I will be streaming Fallout 76.
Woo!
So come on down, see me. Thank you.
Are you a
And
Pip boy? Is that?
I am. I'm a pit boy.
He's a Pip boy. I don't know what that means.
Players and hoes.
Pip, pip, pip.
All right.
Pip, pip.
Rolls off the tongue.
Bye.
Adios.
Remember,
Bye-bye.
kids.